Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little, expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. Get addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, think you want invited, bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you're clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HD content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn it back until you start try again. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table.
You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Hey everybody, welcome to the Hood Table one more again. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry I'm late. I do apologize, but I literally just finished doing an interview. The interview was at 7 on the Hood Table channel. If you missed it, it's still uploading, so it's still there, still processing, so you can go check that out later if you like. But it was a really interesting interview that we did with the daughter of an elderly couple who they claim were attacked by some racist neighbors. And that's what the interview was about, the last interview we did. And so if you want to check that out, go ahead and check it out. I guess right now the family is trying to make some changes within our local police department. I don't know if they're going to try to press some type of charges against other parties that were involved where there were no charges initially. So I'll try to give y'all the updated information on that later in time. But in the meantime and in between time, if you missed that interview that I just literally did, please check that out. And let's see. Sorry, somebody is email me. Okay. I'm sorry. Somebody was sending me a message because I'm trying to reach out to somebody who could make us some really nice t-shirts. Because I am going to start selling merchandise. I'm going to just start off small. So it'll just be t-shirts. It'll also be coffee mugs. I want to do cups. Not cups, but like where's my cup that I got? Like water bottles, but not water bottles, more like water cups with lids on them. Y'all probably seen me drinking out of one of mine before, but yeah, not water bottles per se, but I'm going to be doing some merch lately. So I just sent out a call or some posted on my social media for people to send some people to my way because I'm trying to sell some merch and get some merch out to everybody. You know, a lot of people have been asking me about merch for a minute, and I did try a different company here locally, but I really wasn't impressed with their quality of their shirts. So I bought like one shirt and I didn't go back to get any more. So, hey, Miss Sislo, how you doing? I don't know if she can hear me, but she is muted. Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm sorry, my mic was muted.
Oh, hey, Carla Prince, thanks for calling. What's going on? You're not on camera tonight.
Girl, been a long day. And I got a long rough day hair going on today.
Oh, girl, see, that's when you throw on a wig now.
And I don't wear them, but that's something I'm about to start doing. You hear me?
Who is this sending me messages? Hold on one second.
All right.
Hey, I'm live on my YouTube channel right now. Period. Can I hit you back tomorrow? Period. Thank you.
Period.
people is hitting me up, people who wants to do my t-shirts for me. So yeah, we trying to get some merch. Hey.
Girl,
We're trying to get some merch. I'm trying to get some t-shirt out there, some The Hood Table t-shirts, coffee cups, drinking cups, just trying to, get my foot wet in the merchandise area. But I definitely want to choose the right person, because I want some good material.
Good product out there.
Right. So I definitely want my stuff to stand out because hey, it's the Hood Table.
Friend, girl.
Yep. So did you tune in? I know you was in our last live, the interview I just did.
Uh-huh.
And
it was interesting.
It was very interesting. And people have been sending me other video footage of what went down, but I'm not going to post it. I'm going to talk to the person that I had an interview with and show them the footage. Maybe they already seen the footage, but other people on the opposing side are sending me footage. They're making accusations that it didn't go down exactly the way it went down. I only heard from one side of the story. So, I'm not going to speak against the other side or speak against it because I only have heard one side of the story. Okay. But the video that somebody sent me was very interesting, to say the least.
Something was skipping, and so, like, for a second, I only heard every other word. So,
Hey, she said it's the first time catching you live. Thank you so much. I appreciate you tuning in. This is Friday Night Live. Yes, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is Friday Night Live. Matter of fact, let me put the title up there. This is Friday Night Live, and on Friday Night Live, we basically discuss whatever we want. No topics off limit. If you want to jump on the live stream, I can actually give you the link and you can jump on the screen with us if you want to, anybody. And we can speak about, different topics. I do have some topics that I want to discuss though. I always have topics off the rip. But I want to ask you, Miss Sislo, did you see that story about the ladies who were killed who had got a ride from that black guy in Florida?
No, tell me about it.
Okay, this is what had happened.
What happened?
What had happened, child? Okay. There's a guy named Aaron Glee Jr.
Okay.
And I had posted a post after I saw this story. I had posted a post because I couldn't believe that even in this day and age, even with people being adults, they still get in cars with strangers. So there's this guy named Aaron Glee. Okay. And he confessed to killing 2 women. He murdered teenage Black Lives Matter activists and sexually assaulted them for days before killing her. And there's another lady, that lady is, I think she's African, I think. Her name is Oluwatoyin Saluwa, something like that. I really hate to jack her name up like that, but that's what it looks like. I'm gonna just say Oluwatoyin.
That's my African name, Oluwatoyin.
Oh, really?
Yep, God is worthy to be praised.
Oh, wow. Well, he sexually assaulted her for days before killing her. And then there's another killing that he did. And that was now that person was 19 years old. She was a Black Lives Matter activist. There's another lady named Victoria Sims. She was 75. So she was an elderly woman. He killed both of those ladies and they were both found dead in his Tallahassee home last week. Now, what happened, what they say happened is Glee, the man Aaron Glee, he is 49 years old. He confessed to killing both of these women. He met the young lady on June 6th. She told him about her experience being sexually assaulted earlier that day. Authorities said she had also shared her assault on Twitter prior to her disappearance, but police have said the assault and killing are not to be linked. And then it said Glee then offered to take her back to his home so that she could take a shower and sleep. So I guess the girl had, I don't know, she was assaulted. She was probably out there trying to get a ride back home or something like that. She explained to him what happened. He offers to take her to her house. She showers and sleeps. That's what he says he told her she could do. Glee then asks Sims to pick them up and drive them back to Glee's house. That's what they saying. So both of these ladies, after they arrived to his house, the young lady took a shower. He then tried to have sex with her, but after she said no and attempted to fight him, he raped her. He did tell authorities he imprisoned her for about 3 to 5 days and admitted sexually assaulting her numerous times during those 3 to 5 days. He said that he was aware that he would be arrested and likely sentenced to prison if he allowed her to leave the residence. He indicated that he determined that his only course of action was to end her life. He also said that he kidnapped Sims, the 75-year-old, at some point before the younger lady was reported missing. And Sims was also found dead at Glee's home on Saturday, June 13th. Glee was later arrested in Orlando after he allegedly fled the scene. Now, my thing is, I had posted in our Facebook group, why would you get in a car with a perfect stranger? I don't get it.
And tell them about a sexual assault.
Right. Melissa, was that you who was trying to come through the StreamYard? I had clicked on the link, but then you went away. So there she goes again. Hey,
hello.
Melissa.
Hi, welcome.
Hi.
How are you guys tonight?
I am doing good. Thanks for tuning in and jumping on our Friday Night Live No Topics Off Limit show.
Yeah, I'm just finishing up my work for the day, and I saw you guys on. I'm like, well, it's not a lot of people in the chat, so I would feel okay getting on.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. A lot of, you know what? It's Friday. I actually saw a lot of people already live, so I know people in this sector is already live right now. But you know, the show must go on.
I feel the same way.
Yes, I do. So, did you hear about that story?
You know what? I will be honest. I am not a news watcher. I generally, because it's all bad, and I hate to say that, but I guess my thing is like the news is worse than anything I could watch on TV. So I generally get all my news third party.
I get it. You know what? Somebody just literally told me that like the other day that they don't watch the news because it's all bad. So I get it.
It's depressing.
I get it. But
and
still, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I know you need to be informed, but sometimes I just don't want to hear it.
I totally understand. But I just couldn't. I mean, I don't know if like these ladies, these particular two ladies that got in the car with this black man who eventually killed them both at his home. Like if you look up the story and look up his house in Florida, I'm telling you, it looks like one of those houses that you would walk past and just run. That's how his house looked. Like Freddy Krueger or Jason or somebody might live in that house.
How old was he? Or is he?
He was 44. And one of the ladies he killed was I think they said she was 19. And the other lady was 75 years old.
Oh my! This lady was walking too.
Yeah, he picked them both up.
Wow.
And matter of fact, the 19-year-old, this is what's so weird to me. Like the 19-year-old, she had met him and had told him that she literally had just got assaulted. So I don't know if she came to him, like saw him and was like, I just got assaulted. Please help me. Something like that. And he kind of, I guess, made her feel comfortable to trust him. He takes her to his house where he does the same thing for 3 to 5 days and then kills her.
That's so sad. And I have a 10-year-old daughter, and just hearing stuff like that just makes me cringe.
It's awful. It is awful. I can't. I think the 19-year-old. I think maybe. I mean, the whole story isn't out. Like they haven't said anything about the initial person who attacked her before she, came into counter with the other guy. But I would hope in a normal situation that people just don't go up to people because you don't know people.
Right. Especially in this day and age now. I'm in Alabama, and where I grew up was very small town, very country. Everybody knew everybody. And I'm 46, so I grew up in like 80s, 90s. And even by then, you were still like extremely cautious about getting in the car. This day and time, I probably would just walk. If I had to walk 100 miles, I would just walk.
Yeah, I sure would too. Or I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go. I mean, even when I was growing up, 17, 18, 19, 20, I mean, if I needed to go somewhere, if my friends or parents couldn't take me or a family member, I would maybe call a cab or call a jitney or something like that. But I never would get in the car with somebody because I already knew. Back then, in the 70s, when we was coming up in the 80s, there were a lot of kids being kidnapped and murdered. Boys and girls.
Where I am, we were not far. Well, I consider it not far. We're about 3 hours from Atlanta. And I grew up during the time that the Atlanta child murderer was picking up kids and killing them. And even though we were 3 hours away, we were spooked like he was right there in our area. So, we grew up here and don't get to car with anybody, don't talk to strangers, because that was extremely scary.
It was scary, and this guy, even when you look at him, I don't know. I'm looking at this man, and I'm like, I don't think I would have trusted him. But the 19-year-old that he kidnapped, her name again her last name was her first name is Oluwatoyin. Miss Sislo said it right when she pronounced it. But
Oluwatoyin is worthy to be praised. Oluwatoyin.
That is crazy. It means God is worthy to be praised. Oluwatoyin. She was a student and a protester for Black Lives Matter. Victoria Sims, the 75-year-old, she was a volunteer and retired state worker. And he confessed that he killed both of those women and put them in his backyard.
So how long between the time that he killed them and he turned himself in or whatever?
Well, Salawa, the younger girl who was 19, she went missing on June 6th. Now Sims, she went missing before they even went looking for the first younger lady. The 75-year-old, she went missing on June 11th. On June 13th, numerous officers descended on his home after tracing the elderly woman's cell phone to the address. Then they found the elderly lady's body under a bloody sheet in a bed. Excuse me. They found the elderly lady under a bloody sheet in a bedroom, and they found a 19-year-old body under a pile of leaves in the woods behind his house. And again, I'm telling you, can I pull up this picture? I'm gonna see if I can pull up this picture. This house is so raggedy. It looked like it was built in the 1800s, and it's trash all around the house. I mean, it's rubbish and trash, and it's all kind of stuff all around that house. like who lives there. That's what you would think. Like who lives. It looks like it should be condemned. And that's where he raped and killed that woman. Now, they didn't say that he raped the 75-year-old. They haven't said that.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's up with that, with the 75-year-old, why she was killed.
Well, you know what? My thing is, are they sure he hadn't done this before? Because, I mean, for somebody that just all of a sudden start killing people, you know, did they check the whole yard? Might be some bodies, you know.
Ooh, that's a good question. I wonder if they will check the whole yard. Me personally, I would think that should probably be done. At least dogs and have those cameras where they can like see underground, see if there's like a shape or you know something like that. I don't know what they call those cameras, but
because I've watched enough ID to know that you don't just start doing this out of the blue.
Right.
Especially not at no 44 years old.
Right.
Have you guys seen this video that's circulating? And it's a video of a military officer, and he was choked up and he was crying because it was an older guy that was coming out of a store in the middle of the night. I guess he just went to walk and get a 2-liter Dr. Pepper or something like that. And so it was really, really dark. And so he saw these two people that were walking, and it looked like they had to go. No, I'm sorry. 2 people. The person walking, and it looked like he had a pretty good ways to go. So he said, you know, hey, you know, where you going? How far are you going? You know, he's a military guy or whatever. And he said, the guy said, I got about another 1.5 miles or something like that to go. He said, wow. He said, well, you know, if you don't mind, I'll give you a ride. And the older gentleman said, I don't know you. And the guy said, you know, he said, well, you know, you can see I'm in the military and blah, blah, blah. I wouldn't hurt you. This and the other. He said, the way things are right now, I'll take my chances.
Okay.
In the making this 1.5 miles with me and this 2-liter. And so the guy was crying. He said, wow, this is what the world has come to. That at this point, you can't even trust a military officer. Because it's so, and people, girl, get a rise from killing people under certain circumstances. And it probably wasn't even the sexual part of it. It was probably the fight.
It's the fight. It's the control. It's the power. And that's why everywhere I go, I carry a weapon. I don't care if I'm going to the grocery store, going to put air in my tire. I don't care. I be having stun guns and all kind of stuff on me.
I need to invest in something like that. When I was younger and in college and stuff, I always kept pepper spray. I'm not really.
I got that too. Hold on. I'm gonna go grab myself. Keep talking.
I'm not really one for guns or anything, but you know, I wouldn't mind having a taser.
Girl, let me tell you something. You walk up on me the wrong way, I'll put a hot one on you in a hot second.
No, here's mine.
Here's mine. Doggone people to fight.
Hold up. Here's mine. Hold up. Let me show y'all. Let's see. I hope y'all can see it. See that?
Where did you get it? I need something like that.
That thing is powerful. This is super powerful. And then it also has on like on this side, it has the button for the shocker. And on this side, it has like a flashlight. But you have to have the shocker turned on to flashlight. So if you turn it on the flashlight, then it's a light. Then it's also an option for it to blink like that. Like say you need help and you're trying to alert somebody and it has a blinking flasher. But if you turn it off flashlight and turn it back to zap, then
I can feel that through the phone.
Thank you. So both buttons don't work at the same time. You either gonna zap or you either gonna do the light. But it has an option right here so that you don't accidentally, you know.
You don't know, zap off the whole line.
Right. But everywhere I go, I had this bad boy and I had my can of mace everywhere I go.
Well, where did you get it? Where did you get your zapper?
This came from, you know what? It came from a pawn shop.
Oh, okay.
It came from a pawn shop, but then I looked it up on the internet and found out that this was one of the best ones. So the pawn shop, they selling some good quality.
Now let me ask, how likely is it that you're gonna shock yourself with it?
You're not likely because, like I said, it has a switch, and you can't. This switch is like in depth. It's like down in there, so you can't like accidentally push the switch.
Yeah.
You gotta
it gotta be switched on to zap.
Okay.
So
my thing is, the reason I never wanted a gun, when I get nervous, I'm one of those people, you know how some people just freeze or whatever, and I'm like, I could see somebody taking my gun and shooting me with it.
Not a gun either, because I know sometimes I can be really hot tempered. I know that about me. So I know if I get a gun, it might be times where I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have this on me right now, because sometimes people just react, and sometimes you don't know how you're going to react. And
exactly.
I've never bought a gun before. That's why.
Yeah. I'm like, I can see me either shooting myself or somebody snatching a gun and turning it on me.
Exactly. You better, hey, Cece, is this my cousin trying to come into the live? Cece? Unmute yourself, C. I'm trying to.
Hey, I am the person that John Coleman was fighting my boyfriend. He actually did have the meat hooks, and he was going at my boyfriend. I have the videos of it.
This is who now?
You know the daughter, Dewan Williams. I am the girl that Dewan's father supposedly did not have meat hooks, but he had meat hooks, and I have videos of him going at my boyfriend with them.
Oh, so
yeah.
You're the girl that they claim was making racist remarks to the neighbors?
Yes, I am the neighbor of them.
Were you making racist remarks? But were you making racist remarks for over 2 years?
No. No, they started first. They call me fat. They call my mom fat. They beat on my car. One day my dad was leaving for work. Mr. John Coleman came out. He was punching the windows of the car. They threatened me. They harassed the other neighbors. I have videos of it too, ma'am.
Now,
is my YouTube channel.
What do you mean by threatening you? Like what kind of threats?
I'm gonna get my granddaughter on you. Something's gonna happen to me. That they're gonna shoot up my house.
So
I shouldn't be scared to walk up my own street without them recording me.
Now your story.
They take pictures of us all.
Now your story is quite different from what they were saying. So
yeah.
But what they mainly were saying was that for the last few years that you have harassed them and used racial terms like the N-word and other words, and that it was condoned by your mother because it kept continuing, and that they called the cops over and over again on you. So what do you have?
Ma'am,
what do you have?
I only called one time of the racial slurs. I only called them. They were the worst people I ever did meet, and I did call them one time the N-word. That was the only time I called them the N-word.
Just once?
Just once. Ma'am.
So what was the other complaints about them? Because they said there was like over 100 calls made to the cops on you.
Because the wife would come out and start stuff with me while the husband's working. And then she would tell the husband that I did it, that I caused it. But she came out, she caused it. One day she was mowing her yard. My mom was in the house by herself leaving for work. And all she said to my mom was, "You're big B, you're big B, you're big B, pig. Fucking dinosaur." That's what she said to my mom.
Wow. Okay, so let me ask you.
I have a video of that, ma'am.
Let me ask you, because somebody did send me the video. I didn't know who it was, but somebody did send me the video. And somebody has said in the chat on the prior live that they called that man Meat Hooks. Why do they call him Meat Hooks?
My husband, that he like put him with his knife right here. He had a knife and he cut my boyfriend right here.
I want you go to the channel to watch the video while I am posted. Tell her go watch the video.
Okay.
He wants you to go watch the videos that we posted on the channel.
Okay. Okay, I watched the video, but you explained to me, because we heard their story, and somebody had. I'm sorry, there's some back feed. Somebody had do you have another window open?
Huh?
Do you have another window open?
No, I only have this open for the chat.
Okay, so you don't have us playing on nothing else?
No.
Okay, because it was some okay. So I want to ask you. I know somebody had commented in the chat and said there's two sides to every story, and I said, yeah, you're right. There's two sides to every story. So you explain to me from your point of view what happened on Monday.
Okay. So on Monday in the morning, I was there with my mom, and she come out one time and she was recording me. I asked her why did she have her phone out, I was up there talking to her, and then later on that day I was up there talking with the old lady. She is from Germany. I was talking with her. I gave her something like a candle holder, and she had her phone out recording me. I go down the street and my brother is like scared to death of her. He like cries every time we're inside the house. And
why is he scared of her?
I don't know why he's scared of her, but every time we're inside our home, he cries. "I don't want to be here, sissy. I don't want to go outside."
And that's because of Mrs.
Mrs. Coleman and Janet and John Coleman, Mr. and Mrs. Coleman.
Okay. And so they were recording you. And then what happened?
And then I asked her why is she recording me, because I don't want to be recorded by her phone. I don't want to be in her phone, I told her. That's all I told her. I don't want to be in your phone. And then afterwards, a couple of hours later, my boyfriend arrived. And he was going for a walk. I don't understand why he would go for a walk with these hooks. If he would go for a walk, especially when he's walking in front of my house, and he don't like us, and he has these hooks. He kicked my boyfriend's car. He sliced it with his hook. I have a scratch on the hood. We have a scratch on the hood from his hook.
Okay, and then what happened?
And then my boyfriend got out of the car saying, "Why did you kick my car? Like, why did you kick it? He goes, "You come at me, I'm gonna take all your hinges off the thing. Like, bust your hinges off of it. Take all your hinges off." Like, threatening my boyfriend about. And he hit my boyfriend with the hook, like, many times.
Okay.
And then afterwards, we were all, and his wife told me to get out the car. When I was getting out the car anyways to help my boyfriend out. And she grabbed me by my hair. So if I get grabbed by my hair, I know she grabbed me by my hair first. And then afterwards, if you get grabbed by your hair, you're going to end up getting angry. You're going to punch somebody,
No, hold on. Let's just backtrack for a minute. So you're saying that, okay, from what they're saying, your boyfriend backed into the man.
No.
Car. But you're saying the boyfriend. You saying the man hit his car?
I want you to go see.
No, he was walking in front of the car. We were he was on the sidewalk. We was by like the light pole. You see the light pole? You seen like their house is across the street. We were in the street. He was on the sidewalk and he kicked the car. We didn't hit him. We didn't attempt to run him over. He just kicked the car and scratched it and walked on the side of the car.
Okay. And then you saying y'all both got out the car.
And he got out the car to see what happened, you know. And he had these hooks in his hand.
Go watch the video. I want she both watch the
video. And I did see a video.
Are you ready? Are you ready to watch the video? Are you watching now the video?
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second.
I can't change this.
Okay, Gary, get out of here.
Could you post the video one more time?
I cannot because I'm on this live.
Okay, so you don't have another phone where you can post the video?
No, ma'am.
Okay, let me try to find it. Let's see.
It's the name is Fake News.
Ask them to put it on the front of my truck. I can't put it.
Okay, quit, Gary. I'm unimportant.
I'm just saying.
Okay, I think hold on.
The guys are mean.
1 second. Because I saw the video, but I really didn't. Because I was getting ready for my next show, so I didn't.
I'm sick of you, motherfucker.
Ooh. Let me see if I can play it. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. Can y'all see that? Okay.
Yes.
I don't know if I can make it bigger.
That's okay, ma'am. I
Okay.
can see it perfectly.
Okay, let's see what y'all sent me. Man, how do I get to play?
That just shit up the head, bitch. I'm sick of you motherfuckers. You better chill out, bitch. You don't run up on me. You run up on me. Right out. Don't run up on me. I'll snatch you.
There's two different videos.
There's two different videos, ma'am.
It was two different.
And you asked Comfort that they won't let your mom see the video.
And they won't. And they won't let my mom see the.
You going in and out.
Probably.
You going in and out. You said they won't let your mom see what?
They won't let my mom see their like video. They won't let my mom see the video.
The video from the house footage
Police
from
station.
Now.
Yeah, from that they showed the police, but they won't let us see it.
Mm. Well, okay. Now let's back up. Let's back up. So both of you guys got out the car, and you're saying that the mother grabbed your hair.
Yeah, she grabbed my hair when
Because
I was
what
going
they're
to go talk to my boyfriend. Go like help my boyfriend.
Because what they're saying is that your boyfriend jumped out the car and him and the elderly man started arguing, and then your boyfriend kicked him in the chest.
My boyfriend never kicked him in the chest. Only when he threw the hook at his face first.
So you
Like
saying
when he had those hooks, he did it to my boyfriend first, so my boyfriend kicked him.
okay. And then after he kicked him, and then what made you jump in?
I got out the car to help my boyfriend. And then she grabbed me by my hair, and I got very angry because my hair is my pride. and I punched her in the face.
Okay, and then they said your mother.
Because my mother came in and she took the wife off of me and the husband off my boyfriend. She drug him off because her husband pulled a knife to my boyfriend trying to kill him.
A knife, or you said it was a meat hook, right? So what?
It was a knife. It was a knife double bladed.
So you saying he had meat hooks and a knife?
Yeah, he had the knife in his pocket.
Wow. Well, all I can say is wow, because we're hearing two totally different stories. Like,
if you look on if you look on the YouTube channel, I did post a video and you can see the knife and the meat hooks.
On where?
On this. It's like the white car in the street and they would pass it. It's just the white car in the street saying this guy had a knife. It's the title.
Okay. Could you do me a favor? Could you do me a favor?
Yes.
And back out of the show and re-upload the videos, and then come back.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Whoo, child. Cedric up here texting me like, and now he in the chat. Oh, child, this is too much. This is too much. Now for those of you who coming in, this young lady who just jumped on the live stream. She jumped on the live stream because we just did an interview with somebody who was accusing them of attacking her parents, accusing her and her boyfriend of attacking her older parents. And so I guess the young lady jumped on the live because she wants to defend herself. I didn't expect her to jump on the live. This is like, we supposed to be doing Friday Night Live, but it's any topics, no topics off limit, no holds bar show. So I guess she felt like I'm jump on. I don't know, but excuse me. But the stories are so different.
So what was the other side?
Well, the other side was the young lady that I interviewed earlier. Now they're accusing the young lady who just popped on the live and her boyfriend of well, first of all, they said the young lady she for the last few years has been harassing her neighbors, which are an elderly couple, mainly the lady, and calling her racial slurs like the N-word and just harassing her ongoing for over 2 years. And that the police have been out there, like 100 calls have been made to the police. So when the police came out this last recent time on Monday, because the elderly lady called again. So the police came out, and the police, what it said is that the police had told her this is the last straw, or this is the last time, or this your last warning, or something like that. So then they said that after the police left, not even 30 minutes later, the elderly man was walking out of his away from his home to go for a walk. And they claimed that the boyfriend of that lady who just jumped on the chat had backed out his car and bumped him with his car. Not really hard, but bumped him with his car. And after that, the elderly guy got upset and they got into an argument. Then next thing you know, they said the boyfriend of the young lady who was on the chat kicked him in his chest. Then next thing you know,
the older guy?
Yeah. And then they said the young lady who was just on the live punched the older woman twice in her face and attacked her. Then the younger lady's mother jumped in and the police came, and the elderly guy was the one who went to jail because they accused him of having meat cutters and cutting him with meat cutters and damaging his car with meat cutters. So now the young lady who was just on the live, she's coming on the live to defend herself, and she's back. So let me add her back on. Hello, CC. I think you got yourself muted, CC.
I put the video in the comments, ma'am.
Okay, let me go back.
I'm currently go back to the Omaha now.
Okay. Now hold on. Now the video that you put in the chat, let me hold on. I'm gonna go to I don't see any videos in the chat.
I made a link.
Huh. Can you just paste the link into the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, just copy and paste the link in the chat so I can just open it up in the chat.
I did it.
Okay.
I did it in private chat.
Oh, okay, okay. All right, let me copy and paste. Copy. Paste. Is it called When He Had a Weapon? Is it called When He Had a Weapon Going to Chase This Gentleman? He Has a Knife? Is that the video? Hello? Where'd she go? I don't know what happened to her. Oh, there you are. Is it called When He Had a Weapon Going to Chase This Gentleman? He Has a Knife? Cece? Can you hear me, Cece? Cece, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Is that what it's called? When He Had a Weapon Going to Chase This Gentleman? He Has a Knife?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, back out of the show and come back in. Back out and come back in. I don't know what's going on. This is too much. This is too much. Okay, this is the video they sent me. This is the video they sent me. Okay, I'm gonna see what this say.
Oh my God! Oh my God, bro!
Fuck you up, bitch! Fuck you, dog! Fuck you, bitch! Now you happy? Now you happy? Now you know. I told you don't fuck with me. I told you don't fuck with me. You run up on me, motherfucker.
It's what I'm trying to And a man, boys like how he the boys show here, but they got. Yeah.
I've been fucking with her for 2 years. I don't know what you've been fucking with her for 2 years, bitch. And you don't run up on me, motherfucker. Fuck you.
It's kind of hard to figure out what's going on.
I know it's kind of hard. I'm gonna have Cece explain that to us because it is kind of hard to figure out what's going on. Cece?
Yes.
Okay, explain that video to us.
That was when they were fighting. We were fighting. We were fist fighting. That was when, and he had a knife. He was taking it to my boyfriend to kill him.
Now there's no video footage. There's no video footage before that.
No, that was the video footage of him having a knife.
Okay, so there's no video footage of the incident where they said the car hit the elderly man.
I seen it with my guys that he was in front of the car. We were in the street with the car, because you see me in that video. I pulled it out of the street into the driveway. I took the car out of the street and put it into the driveway.
Okay, I just wish
people could get through.
I just wish you had footage at the beginning of the situation.
I was gonna record, but I didn't know where my phone was. I just found it and I started recording that when he had those hooks.
Okay.
And he was going on my boyfriend with them, and that's when my boyfriend came in. After he hit him with those hooks, my boyfriend came and kicked him at the chest. And I told my boyfriend to get into the car.
Okay. And you guys weren't charged. You guys weren't charged with anything.
We only have we're going into court, but that's all. Like the ticket.
And what was the ticket for?
I don't remember. Like disorderly conduct.
Oh, for the fight.
Yeah.
Now I heard that the elderly man said y'all been harassing him for 2 years.
But it's the other way around. They've been harassing us for 2 years, wanting us to move out. Basically, they've been starting this with the other neighbors too. They live there longer than them. The other neighbors that are white too, they always yell at them. They're like overweight too, so they call them fat asses and trailer trashes.
So how do you think all this started? Like, I'm trying to be biased. I'm listening to your side. I'm listening to their side. But do you have your window down?
No, I'm driving on the freeway.
Okay. Is your windows up?
Yes.
Is your air on?
Yes.
Could you turn your air down lower? I don't want you to burn up and pass out, but could you turn it down a little bit?
Yeah.
It's a lot of feedback.
Yeah, it's off, ma'am.
Okay, I don't want you to pass out now. But,
it's okay.
So, can you kind of take me back to when all this started? Like, what do you think happened to pop off this animosity, this neighborly feud?
Well,
because they're saying that you, for the last 2 years, been throwing racial slurs at them and harassing them, but then you're giving a totally different story, saying that they've been harassing people and calling them names.
They told me like multiple times. They told they'd seen my daddy. They're not in my life, so they like make fun of me for not having a dad. They told me my dad left me because I'm fat. But it's not true. My dad left because he was doing bad things to my mom.
But how did y'all even start in contact with each other? You know what I'm saying? Like 2 years ago. Let's go back 2 years. Like, how did it start happening?
When I was in my yard, she come out and she started yelling stuff at me. Like she started it.
And why would you think that she would start yelling stuff at you? She just came out of her house and just started yelling at you?
Yeah, because I was friends with the neighbor. I am friends with the neighbor on the White House, and they had a protection order on them when we moved there. And they harassed her and harassed me because I'm friends with the girl that got harassed by them. They had a protection order, but they went to jail and the protection order dropped. For the same reason.
And
they told the people in the White House told me that they've been harassing them for 7 years now. They're moving too. I'm moving from my home because of the reason that I'm getting threats to my head saying I'm gonna die. Like they're gonna shoot me, they're gonna beat my ass till I'm dead.
Oh, so you're not moving because of the complaint, because they said that they made complaints to your landlord.
Yeah, I'm not moving because of that. I never got kicked out. I'm moving because I don't feel safe there because I'm gonna get killed. I read the threats all the time. They saying that if they see me there, the other day I was just sitting outside with my aunt, and they said this guy drove by. He said, "Are you a little racist bitch?" And I go, "No, I'm not racist." And he goes, "Yes, you are. I'll be back and shoot your house up in a minute."
So somebody just out the blue, like, so you can't say it was them. It was just somebody, right?
Yeah, it was somebody out of the blue, like off the post of that girl that the daughter made. That
so you think
but the daughter just made that post. It doesn't make sense to me because I think it's a bunch of lies.
So is this why you changed your Facebook name?
Yeah, I changed my Facebook name because of them. Because they're harassing me to my head. They're gonna kill me. They saying they're gonna kill me. They're gonna beat my ass till I'm dead.
Well, so where do you see this going now? Where do you see this going now? Like, what are your plans?
My plan is I'm getting a lawyer.
Okay. And are you suing for, I mean, what are you suing for? What are you getting a lawyer for?
I think I'm gonna go against Omaha police.
Now, why are you going to go against the police when they're the ones who went to jail?
Because they haven't done nothing about them harassing us for the past times we called. They came into our yard trespassing us.
Okay, so so they saying that they've been calling the cops for over 2 years. So you're saying that you've been calling the cops too?
Yeah.
And you were calling the cops because you saying that you were being harassed.
Yep.
Oh boy, this is a lie. This is a lie. I'm trying my best to stay biased. I'm trying my best to stay biased because I didn't expect you to come on to the live stream. I really didn't. So I'm just listening to your story, just like I listened to their story. Wow. So right now they said that you've been packing up and moving, that you've been moving out the house over the last few days.
Yes.
And what about your mom? Do you live with your mom, or was that? Okay.
Yes, I live with my mom.
Okay, so your mom is moving, and you and your boyfriend, do y'all like live with her or something?
Yes.
Okay, is that your boyfriend or your husband?
That's my boyfriend. I'm 16. I cannot get married at the age of 16.
Oh, you're only 16? Oh, okay. I thought you were older then. Okay, well, I do want to thank you for coming on and telling your side of the story. Is there any last thing that you want to say?
And my boyfriend is 18, not 20.
Okay, so
he does have a license.
Okay, now
why does have transit?
So why didn't he show his license when the police were there?
Because we were just going to get the license. We were doing the driving test.
Okay, so he didn't have a state ID or anything like that beforehand?
Yes, he did, but he gave them the address and the phone number. That's all they asked for.
Okay, so whose car was he driving that didn't have plates on it?
It does have plates, ma'am.
It did have plates? Oh, okay.
It's new. It does have transit plates.
So it has in transit. So you just bought it. So it has in transit. Okay. Well, is there any last minute things you would like to say in your defense?
No, that's all. That my brother does not feel safe there, and I don't feel safe there either.
Okay.
I just wish that they would take all the posts down and quit threatening me.
Okay. Well, again, I want to thank you for coming on our show tonight and telling your side of the story. I just hope everything gets worked out for the best. That's all I can say. I just hope everything gets worked out for the best between both parties.
Okay.
And
So what do you think about the video? Do you think what she told you is fake?
Well, see, the thing about the video, CC, is like I said, I wish that like they have video footage from the house, from the security cam of when it first initially happened, and you have video footage of afterward, like after it got really, really heated. So I can't tell from your video how it popped off. Okay, I don't know what happened to her. Hold on, this Carmel Diva. Carmel Diva?
Hey.
Hey, girl, I'm sorry. I was trying to get her story out, but I don't know what happened to her phone. But she the last thing she said was she asked me what I thought about her video that she sent me. But what I was trying to tell her was your video is like much later into the situation, and the other person's video is like from the beginning.
So catch me up because I'm sorry, I've been outside in my garden, but so what happened? What's going on?
Well, I guess Monday there's this elderly couple, black couple, or of color. I'll just say of color because I think the mother is actually like Native American descendant, but and the guy I believe is black, but they had claimed that over the last few years they had been having issues with the neighbor, that young lady who was just on the line. She said she's 16, but I had heard she was 17, but she said she's 16, and that she been throwing racial slurs at them and harassing them and all kind of stuff for over 2 years, and that there's been over 100 police reports or 100 calls or something like that. And then I guess an incident happened again Monday. So the elderly couple called again to the cops, and the cops came out. And from what I heard, they basically told her, this is the last straw. This is it. You know, this is the last time we coming out here. And so then the police left, and what the elderly couple are alleging or saying is that after they left, not even 30 minutes later, the elderly guy was going to go for a stroll or walk out the house, to go for a walk. And they're saying that the young lady and her boyfriend were in the car, and they claim they were probably waiting on them to come out the house to retaliate. And when the elderly man walked past the driveway, they bumped him with the car. That's what the elderly couple is saying. Now, the young lady is saying that the man came out with meat hooks, that he scratched their car, he kicked their car, he attacked her boyfriend with meat hooks. But what the black elderly couple is saying is that he bumped into them with the car, and then the black man, somebody bumped into the car, you up there irate, whatever, yelling, screaming, and the two individuals get out the car, the young lady and her man, and then an altercation happens. The elderly people said that the young man kicked the man twice in the chest, and the young lady who was just on live, she punched the older lady twice in her face and did all kind of other stuff. Then the younger lady's mother jumped in to try to, I don't know, trying to break it up or trying to help, I don't know, but it's so much. And so basically it's two totally different stories. But anyway, when the cops came out, because somebody up the street called the cops when they saw what was going on, they took the elderly man to jail. So, Robert Wagner, he found out about the story. He watched the video footage that the elderly people have from their home camera, their home security system, and he jumped in the situation. He got the community involved. They were able to get him out of jail, get all charges dropped for the elderly man. And so they now, are seeking to, press charges or do something. And then the younger people, they talking about they getting a lawyer because they're going after the police because they're saying the police should have done something when they were filing complaints. And the black elderly couple is talking about, well, the police should have done something when we was filing complaints. So it's two totally different stories going on here. And that's why I told the young lady who came on, I didn't expect her to come on. I didn't expect them to send me video footage. But she did send me video footage, and I can see that they were fighting. But like I said, it doesn't show what initially happened.
Right.
Well, I really can't say because because if somebody's claiming that somebody did something to them and they attacked them, tried to hit them with a car, and a fight ensued, you know what you expect to happen. So
Right.
and then somebody else showed me a video footage of much afterwards when they are fighting. I can't really say who's in the wrong, because I have to see what happened beforehand. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
and the video didn't really clear up anything.
It showed them fighting. It did show them fighting, but we know there was a fight. I need video footage from this other person on what happened beforehand. Like, where's the footage? Yeah. But they don't have that footage because they was in the car and got out, and then the fight, the altercation started. So they don't have the footage. The girl didn't start recording until she saw her boyfriend, until her boyfriend was fighting. And Deborah said, are there police reports on either side? And that's what I was asking. That's what I was trying to ask the young lady. Like, what happened to y'all? Why are y'all filing a police report? Why are y'all getting a lawyer? Y'all didn't go to jail.
Right.
But she claims they're getting a lawyer because in the past they filed complaints and they feel like the police should have done more. But I'm
what more could they have done unless they went ahead with pressing charges before, and if they had proof of something happening, then the police could have went ahead. But what more could the police have done? It's a he said, she said situation.
And that's where it helps. It does help when people have camera footage. But it's like she has the camera footage at the end, and the other family, the elderly couple, had a camera footage at the beginning. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know what this child.
As far as when people just riding by randomly saying stuff, why would somebody just? I was trying to get on to ask her that, like somebody just randomly riding by. How do they know where you live? How do they?
Because it's posted. It's posted on Facebook. They posted the police report. The elderly couple's daughter, the one I interviewed today at 7. I got her exclusive on the situation. We interviewed at 7, and the young lady, I guess people from their family or friends, they were commenting in the chat talking about they got video footage, and they sent me video footage, but I was trying to hurry up and get ready for our Friday night live because that 7 o'clock interview went on until like 8:15, 8:30. So I had like 30 minutes to freshen up, use the bathroom, get ready for the 9 o'clock live. So I didn't get a chance to look at the videos. I was just running around the house trying to get ready. So I guess she figured she jumped on live since I didn't respond to their post video. Yeah. So that's her side of the story, and that's their side of the story, and I guess I don't know what's gonna go. I don't know what's gonna happen from here. I really don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. But again, their stories are totally different. Like the black couple saying that the young white lady been harassing them and throwing racial slurs for over 2 years. They saying that when the older lady is out in her garden, when she's watering her grass, when they outside, just throwing racial slurs. But then the young lady comes online and says that they initially started it a few years ago, calling her fat and calling her other names. So y'all heard everything. The people who was on the 7 o'clock interview, y'all heard their side of the story, and the people on this Friday Night Live, y'all heard the opposing person. Yeah. So y'all take both of those and y'all let me know how y'all feel, and the people in the chat let me know how y'all feel.
They say there's three sides to the truth: his, hers, and the truth.
Yep,
The
three
truth
sides
lies
to the
somewhere
story.
in between.
Yep. And that's one thing that the young lady kept saying in our last live at 7:00. They were posting in the chat, there's two sides to every story. And I said, I agree, there's two sides to every story. But, we on the outside looking in.
Right.
I only expected to interview one person. I didn't expect for somebody else to jump on the show, but that's what I get for dropping. That's what I get.
Right.
How old are when we say elderly? How old are the?
They
couple?
were like, well, I guess I shouldn't say elderly because elderly is what, 65 and up.
Because in that video, nobody looked old.
They like in their 50s, I think, like 58, 50-ish.
Okay.
So yeah, they not like 65, 70, 75.
Yeah, because I was picturing like older.
Right, but the man, he is disabled in one leg. They say he got injuries in one leg, and then the lady, she's also disabled, the wife. So basically, it was two disabled, older couple. I'll say older, and that got into a altercation with the neighbors, and I guess this has been ongoing with harassment for over 2 years. So basically, like you said, Carmel Diva, it's like he say, she say, and that's probably why the cops never really did anything.
Right.
But that's still,
I mean, if nobody has any actual physical proof or photos, then the cops' hands are tied. What are they supposed to do?
Yeah, and I think this is probably the first proof. The video from the elderly couple's home security camera and the video from the young couple. I guess within the last few years, maybe nobody had hard proof, like on videotape.
Right.
So, and if you was on the 7:00 show, you heard me ask the young lady who I was interviewing, the daughter of the older couple, and I told her, I said, not that I'm saying your parents should move, but have they ever considered moving? Like,
and you know what? This reminds me. Have y'all seen the episode of the TV series on ID channel, Love Thy Neighbor? Because this sounds like an episode straight out of it.
I think I seen that maybe it was a few years. Haven't been on for a while.
Yeah, it's been a few years.
Yeah, I probably seen that a few years back. Yeah, I remember that show.
This story was definitely. Yeah.
Child, I don't know, because like I'm saying, I'm not saying that they should move, but I have been in situations where I live with I remember when I was living somewhere. I was living in Spencer Projects. I was living in the projects behind Dailies, and I had started dating a guy and found out that his ex lived across from me in the other projects. And she was upset that they weren't together and that he was dating me. And so it was always an issue. Like, he would wake up in the morning, his car would be damaged, lights would be busted out, bricks used to scratch his car, lipstick, all this kind of stuff, right? And the police never did anything because they couldn't prove that she did it, even though we knew, because we would call him all the time, threatening him, cussing him out, all this kind of stuff, right? And then finally, I wake up one morning and I got the same color lipstick that be on his car on my door. You bitch, something, right? Now, mind you, they been broke up. So it wasn't like I was breaking up a happy home. I wasn't like, he wasn't cheating. And so after that point, we got into it. I walked across the street to her house. I knocked on her door. I told somebody, watch my son, because he was like 2 at the time. I said, watch my son, because it's about to go down. I knocked on her door, called her to the parking lot. She wouldn't come out. Her sister was there, refused to have her come out. Talking about, we ain't did nothing. They laughing, we ain't did nothing. So then, next thing I know, like 2 hours later, I get a knock on my door. I look out the door, and it's like a family reunion out there. They didn't call their uncles, their aunties, their cousins, their brothers, their sisters, their homies, their pastor. I mean, You know how the parking lot is in the projects. The parking lot was deep where you couldn't even drive through the parking lot. It was deep. So they talking about come outside, come outside, come out. I'm like, oh, really? When I came by myself, she wouldn't come out. But then, like a couple of hours later, I mean, it's everybody down to the little kids. Everybody that showed up, like it's a family reunion. I ain't coming outside, so I get on the phone. I call my home, I call my fam, my brothers, my cousins, the dude I'm dating. I call everybody. We out there arguing and all this. The police come. They talk to my side, talk to her side. Basically, they believe me over her because she tried to say I tried to jump her. She tried to say I tried to jump her, even though they got 1,000 family members outside. So, anywho, after that, the police was like, if we have to come back, it's going to be some tight citations. I called housing. They said, if y'all continue to have problems, people could face evictions. So I told my dude, okay, you're going to have to move me. It wasn't that I was moving because I was scared, but it was like, and I told him, if you want to continue to date me, you will move me out these projects. And that's what he did. And we got a house. So, you know, in some situations, it's not like you running. You just need a peace of mind. And you don't want to wake up every day to somebody screaming and cussing at you and keying up your cars and damaging your property. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what we did. And that was the end of it. And then, you know, we cordial now and everything. I had kids by the dude. She had kids by the dude prior. You know, we cool now. But back then I was like, nope, because if we fight, I'm not trying to go to jail and I'm not trying to lose my.
I never had to go through any of that. I mean, I've had the little back and forth with females, but that was about it. Because, and I'm not saying I'm Biggie Badass, but I let it be known, look, bitch, I will drop you anytime, anywhere, at any point.
Okay, we have somebody else on the chat named KB. And KB said they can answer a lot of the questions that CC didn't. They also said the couple harasses most of the neighborhood. When people call in, they tell them the couple has issues and to ignore them. Okay, KB, what's going on?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Hi. Yeah, I felt like she didn't correctly answer some of the questions. I think just because she's so young, and I think she doesn't quite really understand like what's all going on with all of this and like the severity of everything. And I think that there's just a lot of confusion.
Okay, now first, baby, let us know who you are. Like, are you dating or your friend or your neighbor?
I am her cousin, so I like know firsthand everything that's been happening, like with her family and a lot of, you know, the things that have been happening in the neighborhood and the charges and the fight and everything. So I just feel like I can answer some of the questions that she didn't like clearly respond to you about.
Okay, now somebody asked, did you live in the neighborhood, KB?
I do not live in the neighborhood, but I do know there are a lot of neighbors who are on her side. And the gal who posted about her parents on the post, anybody who spoke out against them or had a different view of what they were saying was happening was deleted. She has death threats. There were people protesting outside her house. There's people talking on the post about shooting her, killing her, burning.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
KB?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, you went out for a minute. You said there was people protesting and burning.
Yes, there's like people protesting and like threatening to burn down her home, shoot them. Anybody who's connected to them like shouldn't even be breathing. Like I think that her voice just needs to be heard so people can know that there are two sides of the story. It was never about race. Like she is not a racist person. Like my family, we have all different minorities in our family. Like, they are the least racist people I know. And it's just so crazy that this has been turned into a racial thing. And I feel like it's just so sad that like this is where it has led. And I think that they were trying to raise awareness and to get money to bail the dad out. And then it just escalated. And now they're saying like her boyfriend hit him with the car, and like just so many things. Like the police, like, and the neighbors initially, like everything, the guy went to jail because he had weapons and there were witnesses who saw what happened. But then I think that the police were worried because people were trying to protest, and they were making this about like that, like if you don't let him out, then we're gonna protest and we're gonna do this and do that. And I just, like, I don't know, I just think the whole thing has just really blown up out of proportion. And
so what started all of this, do you know?
So the neighbors, apparently this couple, apparently they mess with people all the time, just like yelling things. She was in her yard one time hula hooping. She's a young girl, like she's 16, but she's still a kid at heart. She's hula hooping in her yard, and they called the cops on her because they said she was out there shaking it in the yard, and she shouldn't be doing that. Like, they just harass the whole neighborhood. They have Hispanics in their household, so if people come and pick them up, they're out there yelling, you're an illegal because you're getting a ride. Like, they're just like, they say that they're the racist ones, but they are so racist towards Hispanics and white people. And it's just so crazy, like the things that I've heard. And my aunt had actually called the Omaha police a few days before the incident on Monday, because the woman, I think her name is Janice, she what's her name, Janice or Jenny, I don't even know her name, Mrs. Coleman, but she told her that something bad was going to happen to her kids before the incident on Monday. But she has been like doing things like Cece said, there was somebody else in the block who had a restraining order against them, a protective order, because they were dealing with the same things with the Colemans. And anytime anybody on the block calls, they say just ignore them because they have mental problems. They record people that like go, if you have friends or anybody shows up over there, they're outside recording and saying things. Like, they're kind of, I think they maybe need to be medicated or something. I'm not sure.
Okay, KB. So what you're saying is that your cousin, because she said that they made calls and complaints to the police.
Yes.
So you're saying, and I think what your cousin was saying, is that the police be like, they got mental issues, just ignore them?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what the police have told them, is just to like ignore them because they have mental issues.
No, they should have they should have went ahead and pressed charges for harassment.
Right. And that's why she said that, like, she feels violated, and she feels like when she gets a lawyer, like, she wants to like go after the police. But I think she also needs to go after them because they have totally, like, this family has had to up and move overnight. Like, this is defamation of character. Like, they have put her all over the internet. They have pictures of her personal information, pictures of her from when she was a kid. They put her address on there, her hometown, everything. Like, this family does not feel safe. Like, her 4-year-old brother is scared to like go home.
Now, like, somebody in the chat, KB did say that is not about what you heard; it's about what you know firsthand. So, have you actually witnessed anything?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Have you actually witnessed anything, or is this just told to you?
My mother has, and my mother has videos of all of this. My mom just sent me a video that she told me to send to you.
And when was that video taken?
I think I'm not sure. It might have been from when they were protesting outside of her house on Tuesday after all of this happened, threatening to beat my mom up and kill her.
Oh.
And who were making those threats? Was it the protesters or was
yeah, these are the people that the daughter had I guess collected off of her Facebook friends to come down there and make a fool out of her because of what happened to her mom and her dad, because her dad was in jail and her mom ended up with some black eyes from the altercation, and so they made this post. And
yeah, I did see the pictures, and her mom did have she had contusions and bruising and
yeah, and I mean I saw the pictures, and she said she felt bad. She didn't realize that she hit her that hard, and I mean if somebody was ripping my hair out too, I would fight back.
See, the situation here is, again, like I said earlier, it is two sides to every side. Well, actually three sides: your side, their side, the truth. But when what you guys are saying is totally contradicting to what they saying, and what they saying is totally contradicting to yourself, it's kind of hard to decipher, what's what on several different.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I mean, I think that's just like, I'm just glad that you let her come on there and talk, because I feel even when even her or like any of the other neighbors have like gone on that post to even like try to like say a different standpoint of like what happened, like they delete it because they don't want anybody to know that there was that it's not what they're saying.
Yeah, well, you know what? We do interviews on here all the time, and sometimes there are serious issues, and we always offer. I mean, I didn't offer this to her because I didn't even expect to speak to her. I didn't even expect her to come on the platform. But normally, like, we tell people, hey, if you got a different side of the story, feel free to come on. So I wouldn't tell her that she couldn't come on. I mean,
but I'm glad she did come on and try to explain her side of the situation. And I mean, like you said, somewhere in between is the truth. There's some kind of issues, some kind of disconnect, and that's sad that basically none of them can live in peace. Yeah. They're not able to, be at home in your home. But I did want to say to Deborah, I'm reading your comment that you're fighting an elderly that has mental issues, but she's still out there. I mean, she's a young girl. She can't be expected to be in her home all the time. And I understand the elderly, but if somebody is, I don't know who attacked who.
I don't think they're that old. Like,
they're like in their 50s or late 50s.
Like, my dad is in his 50s, and my dad can kick ass. So, like,
the thing about these couple is they do have disabilities. They might not be totally like 65 or 60, but they.
In the video, that man looked like he was moving around pretty well to me.
Well, I did watch the video. But you never know. Shoot, sometimes that momentum.
Yeah, that adrenaline kicks in. But what I was going to say was, if somebody's attacking you, you do have the right to defend yourself. And age, I say it all the time. You can be a kid, you can be elderly. Hey, let's do it. Because you have a right to defend yourself. But I don't know who started what. So I can't just say that she.
And see, that's why I can't. And we're not here to take sides.
Absolutely. Like, I
listen and cover the story and let people tell their story. So we're not here to judge, or you know what I mean, KB.
No, yeah, I understand. I just feel like this is like a family who has like had to move their whole life overnight because of a fight like that she tried to defend herself in, or no matter what it was, like it was not handled civilly, and like it was like her information was put online, even if let's say they were correct and she started the fight, she attacked them. The 16-year-old girl who was leaving to go to dinner with her boyfriend decided to go attack this elderly couple and hit them with their car with like it doesn't even make sense. Like who in like people don't think like 16-year-olds aren't like, let's hit this old man with a car, but let's say that that's like the truth. Like, do you really think that like it is necessary to like ruin this whole family's life and put like them in danger and have people threatening to kill them? Like this whole thing is crazy, and there has got to be something more. Like they want something more out of this. They're trying to get like people to, I don't even know what they're trying to get out of it. Like this whole thing is just so crazy. Like my whole family is just like shook because like they don't even feel safe in Omaha, and like that's their home. Like this little girl can't even go back to school now. Her brothers can't go back to school.
She's still in high school?
Yes.
Like
It's
there was conflicting ages. Like they were saying, I had heard that the girl was 17. I had heard that the guy was 20 and
16, and she's seriously like the nicest, sweetest, like shyest little girl. I mean, yeah, like we were all 16 and like, you know, assholes at one time, but I just like, it's just so crazy and it's so absurd that this has come to this. That I don't know. I think that these people have other intentions. Like they're wanting to get something out of something, and they're ruining people's lives doing it, even though they were in the wrong. They're like, every day they're changing it to something new. Like today, all of a sudden, now they hit him with a car. Like it's just.
But what do you think they're trying to gain from all of it, from doing this?
I think, well, like like today, there's people that are following her Facebook, but now like she feels like she's like getting like fans, or like she's like thinks she can like she was like, I want to help other people, like we need to help my family. I don't really know what, I just feel like they have some other intentions, because it's not just about this. I don't know. It's just really mind blowing to me.
Wow.
Like this is just like a 16-year-old girl who's like never been in trouble. Like they're not racist. Like they moved to Omaha a couple years ago for her, like she said, her real father isn't in her life, but her stepdad is, and like he works there. Like they moved there just to be a family, and they like this couple like harasses them all the time. Like this isn't the first I've heard about this. Like they have been harassing them for years, and like they say it's the other way around, but it's just so crazy.
I wanted to ask a question. How did you hear about this interview, this platform? How did you hear about it?
Thanks for asking, because I sure was wondering.
Well, because we saw her post. There's lots of people that are following her post because of the things that are being said on there about my family. And so we saw this interview on the post as well, and we thought we better watch it to see what other nonsense is being said. And we just thought that maybe she should get on here and speak for herself, because nobody's listening. And when we post on that post, or anybody like the neighbors, anybody else in that neighborhood who speaks out against them, they delete it.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was actually me. Because I didn't want I didn't want the person on the show to be harassed.
Oh, no, I'm not meaning on the show. I'm meaning on her initial post, where there's thousands and thousands of people talking about killing my family.
Oh no, well, I'll just say, when we interviewing people, I don't like people to be harassed. Like if somebody come in here right now talking trash to you, I'll remove those posts as well, because if I feel like this, if people want to say something, they should jump on the screen.
Yeah,
talking.
We wanted to watch that. We saw that they were doing this interview based off of her post because
Well, I have a question.
Yeah.
So these people have been harassing people in the neighborhood for a long time. Did the police have any other reports of people complaining?
Guarantee it. I guarantee you, there's hundreds of reports from my aunt herself or other people. Because even Chantel said that one of their neighbors, when they moved in, had been there for 7 years, and they had a protection order against the Colemans as well, because for the same stuff.
So
this isn't the first time that this family has done stuff to the people in the neighborhood and gone to jail. But I think that this was just a really good opportunity, considering what is going on in the world right now with everything. And I think it was an opportunity for them to like make her look like she's racist, and to like get her father out of jail and make themselves look like they were the victims. And that's why I think it's so sick, because it was not about race. And
well, what I don't understand is how this, and again, I'm not taking sides. Y'all, they making allegations, y'all making allegations that one was harassing the other. But if this been going on for over 2 years, my thing is the police obviously, I think, weren't doing their job.
Absolutely. And that's
regardless if they're right, or regardless if the other party, the elderly party, is right, or y'all right, it shouldn't be over 2 years of neighbors filing all these complaints against each other for harassment and racial slurs and all this other kind of stuff, and the police just always come out. And what do they do when they come out?
I mean, honestly, it's probably just been going on for so long that they're just so tired of dealing with petty stuff. That
What do they do when they come out?
We have other stuff to do.
This is just really strange. I mean, I'm sorry. Anybody else got something to say? Because I'm at a loss of words.
Yeah, I think it's extremely strange too. The whole thing is strange.
So my thing is this: they are following each other on Facebook, because you said you found out about this from her post.
Well, see, what happened was I had posted the post and I had tagged the other party. So, and I told them to share it with all their friends and family, like we normally do when we do a show. We tag the person we're interviewing or whoever's going to be featured on our show, and they share it. So that's probably how they saw it, because obviously the girl who was in the altercation is following, the elderly couple's daughter, and probably vice versa. So that's how they found out. I was really surprised though on the last live at 7 p.m. when certain people was coming in the chat, and I just, like I said, I assume these people are on the other side with the other parties trying to defend them. So I guess I was right, because they jumped on the live for the Friday Night Live show. But yeah, I think the police should have done better, because I think it would have never gotten to this level, regardless who was right or who was wrong, or who, let's say hypothetically, who threw the first block, the rock, or the first slur, or the first, you know what I mean?
I agree, because I'm like, can the police are just telling everybody to, that doesn't sound right for them to just say, well, they have mental issues. Don't pay them any attention. I mean,
yeah, it doesn't make sense. It don't make sense. And even if that really happened, and even if the younger 16, 17-year-old girl, if that person was doing the racial slurs and starting the stuff, still over 2 years, and the police coming out over and over and over again to these neighbors, and nothing was done. That's why it grew to what it is now.
Right.
And it's a shame. It's a shame. And like the daughter, when we was interviewing her at 7 o'clock, I'm glad that they're looking into making changes in the police department, because something should have happened on one side or the other. Something should have happened before now.
I say both parties need to. If the police have been called out this many times, guarantee you there are some reports somewhere. And I say both parties, if this comes to this point where there have been death threats and people are having to move like in the middle of the night because of all of this tension, I say both of you get the reports and take it to court, because this is ridiculous. It should never have gotten to this point. The police are at fault and both sides are at fault. I guarantee you that both sides have done some dirt.
Well, I got Dejan back on in the live. The young lady that I interviewed earlier today at 7. Somebody got some clicking in the background.
Yeah, I hear that.
It's a lot of clicking in the background.
It might be my phone.
Okay, it's gone now. It's gone now. But if you want to jump on the live stream, feel free to jump on the live stream. I can drop the live stream if you want to say something against, what KB is saying or something else in defense of you or your parents.
I just want to say one more thing and then I can be done. It just needs to stop. The post needs to come off, because threatening a minor and posting pictures of her and her little brothers and their family and their address and all of that stuff is crazy. If you want to press charges or try to do whatever you want to do, that's fine. But trying to get people out there that want to shoot and kill children, it's disgusting.
I can agree with you on that. As far as releasing,
I'm surprised they even showed minors. I mean, here, usually see minors.
They have completely allowed it. Like, the post has been reported, the pictures have been reported. They have completely allowed them to exploit a minor on Facebook, posting pictures of her personal life. People saying shoot her, kill her, burn her house down. It's just crazy that this is being allowed. She is a child still, whether or not you don't think 16 is, but...
So this is just on social media. I was thinking the news was showing the 16-year-old.
Oh, no, this is this is on the post. But then even with this show that was posted, it was pictures of her and her boyfriend on it or whatever, for hitting elderly or whatever the title was for the headline for this show. I just think it's crazy that they're sharing so much pictures of a child, and then she's getting all these death threats. It just needs to stop. If you want to handle it in court, whatever, but the death threats and pictures and stuff, it's just, nobody is posting pictures of your children. This is somebody's child. This is my aunt's baby. It's crazy.
Yeah. And at the same time, 1 second, Carmel, I'm gonna let you in, hun. But at the same time, from your point of view, KB, you might see it as, she's 17, she's 16, but like I said, y'all's story is totally contradicting from the older story. And if you listen to the other story, it's I don't care if she's 15, 16, 17. If she run up on me, it's going to be some problems and some repercussions. You know what I mean?
Well, that's fine, but
if
the death threats and the pictures.
I don't care how old I am, 50, 60, I'm in my 40s. If a teenager lay hands on me, it's on and popping, and I'll deal with what comes afterwards. But so that's what I'm saying. There's totally different stories here that we're hearing, and I get it. There's more than one side to every story. That's why I said I'm just listening. I'm just listening to both sides. I'm not even trying to judge or
I'm gonna.
What I was gonna say about your cousin, Kevin, why doesn't she make her Facebook private so they don't have access to her?
Oh, well, she's deleted them now, but they went in, and I think they found old Facebooks and just different stuff of hers that she didn't even use anymore.
Okay, we got somebody in the chat named That Bitch. Do you want to stay on, KB, or do you want to?
No, it's fine. I said what I needed to say, and I hope that people know, like you said, there are two sides to every story, and I'm glad that you let her get on because everything else has been deleted everywhere else. So
Okay. Well, I thank you again for coming on to the show tonight. It was totally unexpected again, but still, nonetheless, thank you for
coming on with your side.
Yeah.
And trying to clear up some of this. I mean, I don't know how much it cleared up, but
yeah, because I'm like totally confused now. I'm like,
I mean, but I like hearing both sides because I don't want to just make a judgment on just hearing one side of a story. So, I know somewhere in the middle is the truth, and I know both sides have probably said or done some stuff, and we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah,
but
I hope it works out for everybody. In the end, I don't know what's going to happen. I just hope it works out. Okay, Deanna said, "Hey, is this the only moderator I got in the house tonight? Thanks for moderating tonight, Deanna. You said be careful with the troll. Oh man, I know there's a whole bunch of trolls. That's why I text you this morning. Remember, you have a troll that's using your picture, Deanna. And they was trying to jump on Miss Gina's StreamYard, but she could tell that it wasn't you. And so that's why I text you. I said, are you on YouTube right now? And that's when you said no. And I was like, yep, we knew it was a troll. But yeah, there's trolls all over YouTube. But somebody said get a quick recap. I'll recap it one more time. But if you want the real, let me say the initial story. Then you got to watch our 7 o'clock interview that we did earlier today at 7 o'clock. That's for one party's side of the story. And then this show wasn't supposed to be about the other party's side of the story, but it turned out that way. I had like 10 things I wanted to discuss tonight. Woo, 10 things going on in the media, going on in our neighborhoods, and I think we talked about one subject, and then the other parties started to comment in the chat and wanted to jump on the live. Yes, Deborah, that 7 p.m. show was good. Y'all got to watch that 7 p.m. show that we did earlier. But just a quick recap. There's an elderly couple who lives next door to a white couple, and the elderly couple alleges that the daughter of the white couple, who's a teenager, been harassing them and calling them the N-word and other racial things for over 2 years. They done call the cops over 100 times, and nothing's ever done. And then just recently on Monday, another incident happened. The cops were called. Then after the cops left, the elderly couple saying that the white girl next door and her boyfriend, as soon as they saw the elderly man take off walking down the street, they bumped him with their vehicle. And then they got out the vehicle, and an argument ensued, and a fight ensued, and the elderly man was fighting the young guy, and the white girl was fighting the elderly woman. And it was a big old thing. And then the elderly guy was the one that ended up going to jail. And so community leaders and activists got together to help this family out and try to get the elderly man out of jail. And he got out of jail. And so I had asked the daughter of the elderly woman, the daughter was like petitioning for them and advocating for them on her Facebook page. And I saw the post and everything. And I thought this was like, wow, this story is crazy. The young people fighting elderly people. And so I asked her to come on and tell us the story of her parents. And so she came on at 7 p.m. We did an exclusive interview at 7 p.m. earlier today with her. And then I had 30 minutes to get ready for our Friday Night Live, where we talk about everything, no holds bar. You know how we do every Friday. Y'all can come on the stream. We can talk about whatever we want. And then those individuals on the other side that are related or friends with the white girl that stayed next door, they wanted to jump on the stream and tell their side of the story. So this was not planned. This the way this show went tonight was not planned at all. You said the old man got hit by a car. Well, the older man said that they bumped him, like grazed him or bumped him, not like where you fall down, break a kneecap, a hip, anything like that. They
alleged say all this is alleged.
Huh? Yeah, I just said
all of this is alleged.
Yeah, I just said that. Yeah, alleged. I just said that. But yeah, I've been saying alleged all through the show. But yeah, so they alleged that he like grazed him or bumped him with the car. Then after that, the older man and the younger guy got into it. Then the younger white girl and the older lady got into it, and everybody was fighting, and somebody called the cops, and the older black guy went to jail. So yeah, car period. And that's what got me, Deanna, when they said bumped her with a car. But then when they came on the show, they like, oh, that didn't happen. He had some meat hooks because he works at Omaha Steaks and he cut meat or something. He got meat hooks or something, and he attacked them with meat hooks and cut their car up. That's just the older guy. They said the older guy had meat hooks and attacked them. So it's like two totally different stories going on here. Totally different stories. And I'm just sitting here like, you know,
this is a lot to take in.
Right, Deborah, you said this is like a movie.
Right. I mean, you know, I've been dealing with my own, you know, family mess all week, so I kind of been out the loop. But this is crazy.
Yeah, the one said, did y'all, and I know I'm pronouncing her name wrong. Forgive me, babe. Forgive me. Please forgive me. But she said, watch the interview at 7. Matter of fact, I'm about to put the link in the chat right now for the 7 o'clock interview that we did tonight. Before what Deanna say? What she said?
She said everybody lying.
Deanna a mess. If y'all want some good entertainment, like for real, some good entertainment.
Deanna, wink.
Subscribe to Deanna Urban channel. I'm like real stuff.
Wink, Deanna.
Real stuff. If y'all want some good entertainment on YouTube, y'all looking for some different YouTubers to follow or check out, that's my moderator. She will have you busting a gut. I mean, laughing your butt off with her videos. So yeah, I would definitely recommend her channel, like real stuff. She a mess.
Davion says, when you get a chance, go on my page. I never put any pictures of that little girl. I do not believe in promoting violence or breathing against anything against this little girl. All I asked for was a name.
And you know what? As far as the threats, like one thing I have to say, when people protest, you can't always fault the people who put the protest together for the
right. I was going to say that also.
Because somebody could be putting together a peaceful protest, and then somebody else in the gathering could say something that they probably shouldn't say.
Right.
So I don't want to just throw the threats onto the family. I don't want to do that. We weren't there, and that's why I said I'm not going to be like, oh, they telling the truth. We listened to the story, and I have to say, some of the stuff, I'm going to just be honest. I'm keeping it all the way 100. Some of the stuff that the other party is saying don't add up. But I wasn't there. And the elderly couple, I mean, they do have footage from when it first happened, when it first popped off. So, and then the white girl and her boyfriend, they got footage, but that was after it popped off and they were fighting. So, you know,
yeah, I got to go back and watch the first interview.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the link in the I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Oh, Deanna, is that your link, Deanna? Oh, you already put part 1 in there, Deanna. Put your link in there too for your Okay, the link that Deanna just put in there, it says part 1 after it. So that's part 1. That's the interview that we did at 7. So you can hear that part of the story, and then. But what I'm going to do with this video, I'm going to chop and screw it. I'm going to leave this video up, but I'm going to cut out the parts of the other party, everything that happened with their, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's probably going to end up being a new video that's like 45 minutes long. And it's just going to be the white girl, the younger white girl who called in first, and then her cousin. I'm going to just make that one video.
Yeah.
But you know, so people ain't got to go through this video, and you know. But Deanna, put your personal link in there and make sure you say this is my YouTube channel, so that people can subscribe to your channel, because she is one of my favorite YouTubers on there, and she's very, very, very supportive of other YouTubers.
She is my favorite YouTuber.
Yes, I'm telling you, Melissa. Whoo, child, I be waiting on her to go live like every day. She's one of those people that, and I got about 10 people that I'm always waiting to go live every single day. And Deanna is one of those people, and she know I be in her chat like ASAP. As soon as I see she go live, I jump in her chat.
Because you know it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be off the chain. It's gonna be off the chain. So yeah. She said, check my Facebook page and you can see reports, evidence off that. Yep, I did check it and I did read reports, and that's why I said some of the stuff that they were saying on the other side, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I don't know. But yeah, Deanna just dropped her link in for her YouTube channel. So again, if y'all want to subscribe to another YouTuber, she is full of comedy. She has real conversations. She does gardening. She does all kind of.
I need to be watching that.
Yeah, she does. Girl, she from the SIP. She from Mississippi. I was supposed to visit her this summer, but then the Rona happened. So. Right. You know,
but you know how much I'm in my garden. You know I'm out there pretty much every day.
Yeah, she had planned to get together for some of her YouTube supporters and stuff, and we were supposed to go down to the SIP, but then the Rona happened, so she's rescheduling that for next year. So yeah, hey Lady Key, hey boo. But yeah, so the people who just tuning in, I would definitely recommend watching that part 1 link that Deanna put in the chat about 5 minutes ago. Watch part 1 interview and then come back and watch this one from the beginning. So that's what I would recommend. Yeah, Lady Key says she does it all, gardening, all while letting the bitch have it. I'm telling you. But I say, if you ain't never heard somebody roast somebody from the ground up and back again, like she does roasting, she be dragging, she be all. I mean, it's pure entertainment. It's pure entertainment.
Then she put that Southern spin on it.
Yeah,
you know we down here in the South.
Where you at, Miss Rita?
I'm in Alabama.
Oh, okay.
Deanna did her version of Miss Rita today, and she had the black stuff all in her mouth and her teeth, making it seem like she was on drugs. Oh my God, it was epic. It was epic. I was like,
the only thing I was waiting for is for her to start crying. You know, Rita, how she cried.
When she did the funeral, when they did the funeral last night,
yeah,
she was crying, she was singing, she was like, oh. I mean, it was just subscribe to her channel, and then I have another YouTuber in. Matter of fact, every YouTuber who's in the chat who actually do YouTube content, drop your links in the chat because y'all know that's how I normally do. Drop your links in the chat. Miss Sislo, she's another one of my moderators. Great channel. If y'all are interested, especially in Nature Boy, real live cult leader Nature Boy, I would definitely subscribe to Miss Sislo Newsworthy Update. If y'all watch that TV show called Ruthless by Tyler Perry, real life cult leader and cult Nature Boy, Miss Sislo has all the tea, all the updates. She's been following him for a long time. So yeah, I would definitely recommend her channel. Allegio, yes, Lady Key, Allegio, Nature Boy.
I tried to watch an episode of that, and I was like, these people are the most ignorant folks I have ever seen.
It's a mess. And they do everything he say. They be swapping wives, swapping husbands.
It was an episode where they all went to get tattoos or something. And I'm like, y'all getting this man's name tattooed on your ass. All of y'all.
Right.
But all y'all getting his name.
If you saw the most recent videos from like last week, his main chick now, she had done something, so he made her stay in the closet for like 3 days or something. Yeah, he put her in the closet and told her don't come out. I mean, it real life cult.
There's some R. Kelly stuff.
Girl, subscribe to Miss Sislo. She has all the tea on Nature Boy, all the tea, and this is real life. Like he been kicked out of countries. They've been kicked off of airplanes because they don't bathe. And they be funky. If y'all don't know about Nature Boy and his coat, yeah, Lady Key, he did admit that he was gay or bi or fluid or something, and then he took an HIV test because everybody was alleging that he had AIDS and herpes and all kind of stuff. And he took a test online, but you know, how believable can we believe somebody would do a test online? You know,
online. Wait a minute, he did an online AIDS test.
On live, yes.
Oh, on live. I thought you said online. I'm like, okay.
No, he did it live. He did it live. He did an AIDS test live. They say Nature Boy got the they said Nature Boy got the package. Because they have a cult and they don't use protection. Everybody sleeps with everybody.
So how many people in this cult?
Miss Sislo, how many people in the cult? You said, oh, they just had a major switcheroo. See? And matter of fact, Miss Sislo did a live like a week ago because one of the old members just killed her mother. One of the old members of Nature Boy's cult is in the news because she just killed her mother like a week ago.
And what state are these people in?
Where they at now, Miss Sislo? I should have her just
confusion. They in a state of confusion.
Let's up on the live stream. They done been to Costa Rica. They done been to Mexico. They done been to Hawaii. They've been all over. They like to be in places where it's a lot of wilderness.
Well,
Lady Key said 30 people live with him and he's allowed to have sex with everybody's wife, but they can't. That's it. Can't nobody touch his wife, but he's allowed to have sex with everybody else's.
Yeah.
This is real stuff, y'all. This is real stuff. Like people who don't know about Nature Boy, y'all.
Yeah, I never heard of him.
Man, and he been around for years. He be on.
How old is he? Is he still a boy?
No, he like probably Nature Boy, probably like 35.
Really?
And he's on IG. Here come Miss Sislo. She'll tell you.
Because it sounds like I'm thinking you finna say like 55.
Miss Sislo said Lady Key said he's in Hawaii right now, but he's originally from New York.
Lady Key, baby.
He's 29.
Lady Key said he's 29.
They got kicked out of Hawaii. He ain't in Hawaii no more. He in LA.
That's what I thought. I thought he got kicked out of Hawaii.
Yes.
He get kicked out of the state.
because they heard about his cultist behavior and they put him out.
So how is it him and 30 people can travel around like that?
They take everybody who joined the cult, they gotta bring all their money, their bank accounts, to plenish their bank account, just like the Ruthless TV show by Tyler
Perry. I never saw that either.
I do reviews on it every week, but it's in the off season now. It picks back up in the fall, but I do reviews on. Check out my YouTube channel and look on my playlist for Ruthless. And I got
is it on TV or on a live stream?
Nope, it's on the BET app.
Oh, okay.
It's on BET Plus. It's an app. But I watch the shows every week and then do a live review on my YouTube channel.
Okay. They got kicked out of Hawaii because when they first went into Hawaii, when you get off the plane, you have to sign this a form agreement stating that you will quarantine for 14 days before you go out into the general population because of the COVID situation. So they all signed, all 20, it was like 21 of them, and they all signed the waiver. And he gets on here, and all 20 something deep, got out, went to the beach, got in the water. Not only they do all that, but they touch the protected species, endangered species, which is sea turtles or whatever. They touching them. They contaminated that. But they're out there swimming, you understand me, with the fishies. And those Hawaiians were not going for it. You understand me?
They wasn't having it.
They were posting up outside in the teepees, hanging out with the grass skirts on and the luau necklaces and all this. Understand me? Telling them
so they live in nature, like they never live in a house.
Girl, hold up.
They live in houses, but they act like they nature. They really hate nature.
The only thing about nature is the trees, and that's all the nature they got. Cause anything else ain't nature. They cook on the gas stove. They got the internet. They got everything.
Cell phones. They got.
So they some old fake nature people.
They fake nature, but when he first got started, everybody knew that he was really from the nature and thought they was hunting animals and all that. They lied.
He said he's God. He said he's God. He's the second coming of the Messiah.
So this some Jim Jones stuff.
Yeah, it's some, It's some Charles Manson Jones, Davidian. What you see is what you get.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Good time, Hawaii 5-0, Costa Rica, African, Bambata roots.
I'm still trying to figure out how he get these grown people to follow him.
Because all have mental debilitations. Every last one of them get an SSI check. And to be perfectly honest, well, he gets that SSI check. He gets some allotment checks, some SSI checks, you understand me? He gets some disability check. He gets some insurance, inheritance money. One young man gave him $300,000 when he first went there.
What?
Baby.
And keep in mind, they have a YouTube channel, and he gets donations on his YouTube channel. You know, they make money.
Begging.
You know, they be.
Not only that, but they also make music.
Oh yeah, they make music too.
And they do streaming. And he
they music whack
people music. He's stealing people music. Write songs talking about I wrote a song for y'all. Somebody sent into it. And he goes, what is the song? I know the song. I'm trying to, if I'm not mistaken, it's the look outside. I'm trying to think. But anyway, he wrote, all he did was write his own words.
They a mess. They a mess. And you know what?
Sex online.
Well, is he like charismatic? I mean, what's the attraction?
Yeah.
He used to be fine.
He's dark and
he used to be fine as hell. He used to be fine.
You can't even tell that he was a gay escort.
He was a stripper and an escort.
And he's just 29. He didn't have a full life.
He done been to prison and everything. He been to prison and everything.
He's 39. He's 39. He ain't 29.
Oh, okay.
He used to be a barber in Atlanta, right?
A barber, yes. A gay
and he used to be a stripper and a escort. And he had the body. He was dark skinned. He was And then he went to prison and came out. I'm telling you, it's like Ruthless, like the Tyler Perry TV show. That's why I say all the time. I think Tyler Perry researched him to get his storyline for Ruthless, because this dude, he went to prison, and when he came out, he started a cult, just like the Tyler Perry Ruthless show. And he started a cult after he came out of prison, and it's been.
And the initiation is everybody, not just woman, but men who comes over there has to be initiated, and you have to receive his downloads, in order to be able to become a part of him and think like him and be like him and be a spiritual guru as he is. You have to receive downloads, and there's only way that you can receive a download, and that is anally.
Just like Ruthless, just like the Tyler Perry show. I'm telling you.
For me and women. So
I'm telling y'all, I think Tyler Perry researched.
He's throwing the men too.
Yeah,
you missed the whole hookup. He was a gay pay-for-play, baby.
Yeah, he used to be an escort for men. He was
and he's trans attracted.
No, I just pulled him up online.
What did he say, Miss Sislow, about his daughter or son? And that's why people was trying to get him arrested.
Well, one, he said his son, while he was he had him in bed with him while he was having sex with his mom, and when he was done, he let his son play with his pee. What? And then it was his daughter. He told when his current concubine was pregnant with his daughter, he told the world that she was about to give birth to his next wife.
Meaning his daughter.
Man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they sleep with everybody.
I found him. I see him online. He do got a pretty nice body.
But I'm saying what Torres said, Tanya, stop with he used to be fine stuff. But for real, back in the day, I ain't saying he was probably the most attractive person on earth.
But he had the six pack and the muscles.
He had muscle. He was, and then once he got out of prison and started the cult, he got slim and skinny. You can see the shoulder blades
and stuff.
He just got really thin and really people was like, "Is you sick?"
Deanna, you are not the only one that is confused right now.
Is that what Deanna say? Deanna said, "I'm
too confused, and so am I."
She just texted me talking about, I hope y'all talking about a TV show. No, we talking about real life, Deanna. We talking about
Deanna, I found out about this stuff about maybe a month ago. Miss Sislow and Tanya was trying to run it down to me, and I was just like,
We talking about a real life.
Yeah, this new to me.
A real life black cult leader named Nature Boy. That's why I said y'all have to subscribe to to Miss Sislow's. Miss Sislow, if you want to put your link in the chat again, y'all have to subscribe to Miss Sislow, one of my other moderators. Subscribe to her channel because I'm telling you, she been following this man for a long time, and she knows everything about this man and his cult and everything that they done been through, all the islands they done been kicked off. How you get kicked out of a whole doggone country? Like, child, the story of them getting kicked off the plane because of they smell because they didn't bathe, that made headlines. That was on the news. This is not no fake cult stuff. This is real. He made the news a couple of years ago because they got kicked off an airplane. Him and all his cult members because they were funky. They didn't take no bath for a long time. It was funky, and all the passengers started complaining.
It's not just the smell, but the growth of bacteria on your body.
Just like, can you imagine?
I don't want, baby. I used to work at a homeless clinic. Trust me, I ain't gotta imagine. I know.
One funky person, you might can handle that. You just plug your nose.
But 30
of them
on a closed up plane.
Thank you. I'm like, you don't got the Rona. You got the coronavirus, no.
I tell you what, either they would have had to get off the plane or I would have got off.
Man, and that's the thing. They didn't want people to get off. They made them get off the plane. They
would have got holes down. Look, as they was exiting, they would have got holes down. No.
Torres talking about the devil was handsome too. Hey, everybody, I know there's people who are evil
That's
out
what
there.
they say.
If they handsome, they handsome. I mean, there's pretty hoes out there. It's pretty murderers. It's handsome murderers. It's, you know, hey, it is what it is. But the way he looks today, I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. He looks like he has every man-made disease, every sexually transmitted disease, and the Rona all in one. That's what he looks like today. Real stuff. That's what he looks like.
He got Ebola 2.0.
Ebola. He got all the man-made diseases and everything.
And you probably smell him before you see him.
Girl.
I told y'all they ain't took a bath since they got off the boat.
That's nasty. And they be having sex with everybody like
some more nasty.
Yeah, they have squirting and stuff.
Yeah. So now saying that truly is a sign of mental illness. Saying that truly is a sign of mental illness. That really is.
It got to be because I won't even.
That really is.
My man, if I smell like, but babe, I know you've been at working all day. And went to the gym,
right?
With your homeboys, you better wash all of that. Like, don't get in the bed.
Like, you better be Irish Spring before you come back.
Yeah. If you're
that's like mustard nuts times 100.
No, I can't. You got the musty balls and draws, and you want somebody to do it all?
I can't even stand funky. I can't stand funky breath, let alone funky ass. No.
Deanna said they all got Corona.
Girl. They all got 23-19.
Yeah, I'm like you with that funky breath thing, because I be thinking to myself, all the people over the years who had that bad breath and didn't know it, if they ain't died from the Rona, their own breath gonna kill them with the mask.
Thank you. Don't sit on my bed. Ooh, do you know my sons will tell you I will flip the script. They come in my room while I'm in my room and sit on my bed, and they done came from outside or playing or work. Get off my bed. I be going off. They be like, but mom, get off. Boy, if you don't get off my bed, I be going off.
All right. And then you know how kids go outside, they come in, they got that outside smell. I be like, you smelling like outside.
They smell like goldfish. I tell my daughter all the time, you smell like a goldfish. Going in there and getting a shower.
Right.
Smell like a little goldfish.
me going to the gym or going to the basketball court and coming to the house. You know how your kids are. Like, well, my kids are. When they come in the house, they immediately gravitate to me, and vice versa. When I come in the house, I immediately gravitate to them. So they'll come in the house, pop up on, Mom, what's up? What you doing? If you don't get off of my bed, and after they get
see, and it's hot outside. No, it's hot outside, and I go outside. My daughter be running and riding her bike and everything else. And she want to come over and hug me, girl. If you don't get your little sweaty, funky ass off of me,
man,
I don't want to smell you.
No, I smell musk. How old was I? I used to be a tomboy when I was growing up, and I used to play with the boys, climb trees, football, all that kind of stuff. And one time, I you know, when you're young, you just sometimes don't smell yourself. You know that saying when older people say, "Oh, they smell themselves now."
Smell their own pee.
You don't always smell yourself because all your friends, y'all all smell alike when y'all outside playing. And so my auntie must have said, "Girl, if you don't get," and I don't know, I was like 7, 8, something, and I smelled. I was like, "Ooh." You know how you get to that age, the age where you first start needing deodorant. That age, that crossover age, it crosses over so fast. You be like, dang, I didn't smell like that last week. What?
Right.
Girl,
that's what. See, my grandma slept. I don't know if y'all remember Avon used to sell a deodorant called Feeling Fresh.
Feeling Fresh.
My grandma used to slap I've been wearing my grandma. It was a roll-on deodorant.
I got some Feeling Fresh in the drawer in there. Right now.
But yeah, she used to put that on us. I mean, seriously, we had to be about 5, and it was like, even then, I was just kind of like, why do I need deodorant? But she did not give a flying. If you got out of the tub, you was putting deodorant on and going about your business. Don't say nothing else about it. But
I smelled myself that one time, and I'm telling you, ever since auntie pointed it out to me, I was like, "Oh, that's awful."
Ever since my kids was about 6 or 7, I've been like,
7 or 8, and I'm like, "Oh, that's me."
Yeah, my daughter, she just turned 10, but when school started last year, I was telling her, you know, you getting older, you got to make sure you put deodorant and stuff on. So I bought it, but I don't think she was putting it on every day. She came in one evening, I'm like, "Is that you smelling like Hamburger Helper and green onions? You need to make sure you putting the deodorant on."
Helper and green onions.
Right. I'm like, you can't be doing that. I told her, once you get the reputation of somebody saying you smell, that's going to stay with you for the rest of your life.
And you know what? There are people I have worked with who have been musty, and to this day, when I picture them, I still smell them. And
you
that
still
is
turn your nose up.
And green onions.
I'm telling you, she smelled like somebody had just cooked.
Lord.
You know, oh my God! Last time I made
what's the flag on top of the Blue Lion?
I don't know, but it's been like 20 years since I made Hamburger Helper. Do they got new flavors?
Same flavors. Same stuff.
Yeah, they got green onions.
She said green onions.
Yeah, you know that green onion smell.
Taurus, what did Camille Cosby have to say?
Yeah, what's up with the blue flag? What?
The flag on top of the Blue Lion. I ain't been down that way in a minute.
What is the Blue Lion?
Oh, that's
it's a
hotel.
It used to be a training facility, and the Blue Line, not the red line, Tanya.
Girl, thank you. I'm here.
It was an educational facility. It was a facility that used to house like what was that job, like the unemployment office, and people going down there doing like job training, career building, stuff like that.
So is that where you guys live?
Remember CETA, Carmel Diva?
I never was in the CETA program.
I was, because we was poor as dirt. We was poor as dirt, and we got $50 a week.
Was that like the summer job training thing?
Yep, it was a summer program.
We had that here too.
Yeah,
I think they called the Cedar here too.
Yeah, we got $50 a week, and I thought I was, man, this was back in the day when they made like
you were balling.
Well, I think the like $380 or $370. So that $50 a week, I'm like, Mama, I'm always making more money than you. Sure.
I didn't. You know what? I wouldn't have qualified for that anyway because, you know, I was a little spoiled. My dad was a supervisor down at Campbell Soup, and my other mom worked down there too. So they was making a little too much, so I wouldn't have qualified for it. But I did have a weekend job. Y'all like, so what? But
no, my $50. Shoot, I was out there buying my little cheapo shoes and cheapo clothes, and shoot, I thought I was doing something though.
Girl, I thought I was doing something too with my little part-time job. I can't even call it part-time. It was a weekend job and during the summer.
Mm-hmm.
But I went. I fell asleep because it was at a museum, but I went.
Hold on, which museum?
Down at the Durham. It used to just be Western Heritage, but now it's the Durham Western Heritage.
Because the first year I did CETA, we was at the OOIC, and all we basically did was do like training to get a job, like essays, you know, just training to get a job, things like that. But the second year I did CETA, we was at the Bemis downtown, and it was an art gallery.
Yeah, I know. I'd never been here. I didn't know what the hell Bemis was.
Girl, let me tell you something. That's when you remember Scooby, right? Rest in peace, Scooby. And the twins, Antoine and Vershawn.
Yeah.
It was a lot of us down there. Twan, you remember Twan? What was his name? Twan? What was his name? Twan? I can't remember. Okay, it was a whole bunch of us, and we all worked that summer job. And at the end of the summer, we had to put on a performance for our parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, girl, do you remember Men in Art? Do you remember that?
From In Living Color?
Yes, we did.
The 2 snaps.
Well, it was called Men on Film, right? We did Men on Art. So we had the 2 guys. They was dressed up like they was gay, and they had the headbands. They looked just like the men on film from Living Color.
The little Sean Bradley hat.
Man, they had the little hat. I'm telling you, I wish I had the footage, but this was years ago. Man, it must have been so funny. That was my best experience from working at a summer job. And then after that, I started working at like McDonald's and stuff like that. But that was so fun. We did Men on Art. And they was stuff. They was painting and all the snaps, and girl, it was hilarious. It was hilarious.
I was the damn weekend reception.
It's a large population of Black folks in Omaha.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
People don't believe it who never been here, but
I never think about Nebraska having Black people.
Nobody does. Nobody does. Corn huskers and corn and cows and white people.
Oh, and Mutual of Omaha.
And them steaks. Them steaks.
And Omaha steaks, but you know when Mutual Omaha, when that TV show came out, the Wild Kingdom, and
is Wild Kingdom based in Omaha?
Yes, Mutual of Omaha.
It was funded by Mutual of Omaha. Yeah.
But the wild animals were not here. They were,
okay.
But that's what people thought. They thought the wild animals were here.
They did.
But yeah, now it's not Omaha. Mostly the Black people are in North Omaha.
Right.
Okay.
That's where we live, in North Omaha, and that's where the hood table came from.
Yeah.
It's based
on don't think I ain't smart, y'all, but geography ain't my subject. No. What is Omaha? What is Nebraska next to? What states surround Nebraska?
We have 6 states that border us. Yeah. Iowa, Kansas, Missouri.
And Missouri.
Wyoming, North Dakota, and Colorado.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
We right smack dab in the middle of the country, so we got like 4 states.
Because you know what? My geography teacher was the basketball coach, and he ain't taught us a daggone thing.
He taught y'all how to dribble.
I used to do telemarketing jobs. I'm telling you, after I did the summer job and the McDonald's and all that, I went into telemarketing because Nebraska, Omaha was like the prime area for telemarketing back in the day because we were right in the middle of the map. And so
and you know why? They said because we have no accent.
Right, we had no accent, and some people say we got an accent, but we really don't.
It was easier.
Yeah, I don't really hear an accent.
Yeah, we don't have an accent, but some people think we got an accent. Like they be like, "Where are you from?" I don't know. I just talk how I talk. I mean, I don't know, but
now, I have one, but that's because my family is all from Arkansas and Texas. So
right, and see, my family all from Mississippi. And so sometimes I might have a little twang in it, but not. I just talk how I talk. But so along with us being in the Midwest, having like a more basic accent, and then we right in the Midwest, so the California people, they could call in shortly after they get up. The East Coast people,
because what time is it there? What time zone y'all in?
It's 11:41.
Oh, so you're the same one I'm in.
Yeah, Central Time Zone. So we had the time zone and we had the accent, and that's why it was millions. And man, there was so many telemarketers back here in the 90s.
It was.
Like a liquor store, like
it was like a circle. You get fired from one, you go to the next.
You go to the next one. You right. That one, you go to the next one. Everybody would be hopping. Everybody worked at every telemarketing.
Actually, I didn't. I never worked at Sitel.
Oh, I did. Yeah, Sitel sure did. Remember the ghetto one on 72nd Street on Crown Point? That was the ghetto one where they was always fighting.
That's Sitel.
It was always.
I always heard about fights there. Always.
Girls would come there trying to fight another girl that was sleeping with a man. Oh my God, it was man.
So when you say telemarketing, what were y'all doing? Surveys and stuff, or trying to sell stuff?
All them 800 numbers you seen on TV,
like
when you order stuff, you can call on us.
Oh, okay.
Like if you want to call for that, remember the Ninja Blender? I mean, all kinds of different things.
Let me tell y'all, I take Ambien. I done ordered so much stuff and didn't realize I ordered it the next morning because I done been on the phone late at night. I been getting packages at the door. I'm like, when I ordered this?
Like, well, I got 3 of these.
Right.
Like, damn, that was a good infomercial.
And I'm good for ordering something off an infomercial, especially when I'm a little tipsy. I order everything come up on there, even if I don't use it.
Man, people used to call in like 3, 4. I want to order this kitchen pot set. I'm like, why ain't you sleep? Go to bed. Right.
I used to like working for the banks. When I worked for the banks, man, them was the best.
For the telemarketing?
Yep. I worked for American Express. I worked for one called
I did that at West Telemarketing.
Yep, at West. I won a $500 gift card, and I ain't even know until I got to work.
Got a little bit of knowledge about everything, huh?
Well, we both from Omaha, so born and raised.
So, like with all the different telemarketers, you know a little bit about everything.
Yep.
A little.
Yep. Okay. There was one telemarketing called Reed International off of 96th Street by the West Road. Now, all we did there was surveys. That was the easy job. That was one of my favorite jobs. All we did was surveys.
Remember Idleman?
Oh, yes. I worked at Idleman. I worked at the one off of 90th and Burt.
Yep. I worked there I worked there a couple of times.
Yep. But my favorite place to work was at Reed Telemarketing. It was just so cool and laid back, and all we did was surveys.
Well, I guess this must have been before Call ID.
Yeah, it was before Call ID.
Yes, ma'am.
So
I know I worked at.
I had no idea we was calling.
Because now when I see a number like that, I don't even answer. I just be like,
Like when I worked at that insurance company, Central State, I hated it because it was outbound, but we made so much money, man. because we was calling and I didn't care if you hung up or not because I was still getting paid.
Right.
Yep. Telemarketing used to be, we used to like West Telemarketing. Oh my God, we was just talking about them the other day. At West Telemarketing, we made on average $10 an hour on at just pay, just our regular pay. But they will always have incentive pay where you could work a certain time frame and get paid like 11, 12, 13, 14
put your hours in Spectrum.
And then there was an extra incentive pay. Like say Carmel Diva was sick and she wanted to somebody take her shift, but she didn't have no points to give and she didn't want to get fired. So Carmel Diva would post something on the wall, say, I'll pay $30 for somebody to work my shift.
Mm-hmm.
So it was always people paying people, I mean, cash money, work my shift, especially on the weekends. People would offer up to $50 just so they can be off, or they might have had a death in the family or got to go out of town, but they didn't want to point out and lose their job because they was at the end of their points. They would pay you cash to work their shift.
Was West, is that a national thing or just in Omaha? Because I got a girlfriend that used to.
There's a West down there in Alabama. Yeah.
My girlfriend used to work for them.
Yeah.
Because we used to tease her because like she could go to work, like she could not go to work for like 10 days and then just decide she want to come to work and she still got a job. I'm like, what kind of hood organization is you working for?
It used to be like that back in the day. We used
Yeah, this was like late 90s.
We used to be able to wear jeans. We used to be able to wear t-shirts, ball caps. Remember? And then they switched over. And half the people quit because they didn't have no regular work clothes.
I hated that when they switched over and you had to wear.
The guys had to wear like the button up.
Dress shirt, or a polo.
What was the point if y'all just on the phone?
Girl,
that's what we were trying to figure out.
That's what we didn't understand.
But see, their thought process was if you dress business,
you feel professional,
right? And you'll talk professional.
It didn't work. It didn't work.
Right. Not with these Negroes up here. No, that wasn't gonna work.
Because one thing about Omaha, Nebraska is all one hood, basically. North, we got North Omaha. I'm sorry, let me correct that. North Omaha is like one big hood. South Omaha is like one big hood. West Omaha is like where the bougie, richer people stay. The elite. Right. The elite. North Omaha goes from like 16th Street to 72nd Street. West Omaha goes from 72nd Street to like 200th Street.
Right.
So North Omaha is it's the biggest as far as like the biggest city in Nebraska, and it has the most black populated area.
Unless you count Lincoln down there where the school is.
Lincoln is the next because Lincoln is our capital. Lincoln is the next, but they got the colleges down there, and
Where is the guy that used to put? What part of Nebraska is the guy that used to play on Jamie Foxx show from? You know what I'm talking about?
What's his name?
The light skin one that was kind of smart and Jamie
Braxton.
Yeah, he's from Nebraska.
I don't think he's from. Hold on, let me look him up.
I don't know.
Okay, let me look him up.
What's his real name?
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of stars, like movie stars.
Like Gabrielle from here.
Is she? I thought she was from like Chicago or somewhere.
Gabrielle rep North Omaha all the time. And she'll tell you she ain't from Omaha, she's from North Omaha.
And she comes into town all the time. And every 2 years we have
all the time.
And her and her husband, they come to the Husker games. They come
I don't fool with Gabrielle Union because she was doing a movie in Alabama one time. It was around the time they were having the hip hop awards or something. And she was being interviewed and they asked her, how did you feel about being in Alabama, like Huntsville or whatever? And she was just so negative and so nasty. I'm like, see, I don't fool with her no more.
She's really I only met her once, and we wasn't even like in front of each other. It was like maybe 50 feet. It was Omaha Day, probably 6 Omaha days ago, and she was riding it. It was a while ago. It was a while ago. She was riding in the back of a drop top during the Omaha.
No, see, I've sat at a table with her and her mom. I've taken pictures with her. I mean, to me, she was very, very nice and sweet. But then again, her family and my family go way back. Like her dad is one of my dad's oldest friends. So, but my dad's like, oh, y'all used to play together. I'm like, I don't remember that girl.
Right.
I don't remember. I'm like, she's older than me, Daddy. I'm like, I don't remember her. But her mom still lives here, and she's one of the sweetest ladies you would ever meet. Oh my gosh.
She is. Now Gabby, the thing is, she lived here and then she moved away when she went to
like
college.
10 or 11. They went to California.
They went to California. And so she lived here during her youth. That's
she came back for college.
And she came back for college at UNL.
Yeah.
But I remember one year, this same
she got raped in place, and she was working at Payless and she got raped.
Yeah, that was in California.
I was very sympathetic about that because I heard she was like brutally raped.
Yeah, she was brutally raped. She was, they had locked up the employees in the storage room and she was raped and beaten. It was really bad. It was really bad. But
I did feel bad about that.
I didn't know that Gabby was from here until she started playing in movies because she was so young and I didn't really hang out in that area and our age difference. So I didn't know about no Gabrielle Union till
my dad always told me about her, but I didn't know who she. And then he told me who her, because see, it would be her great aunt now. They lived on the same, they lived on the street from me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I didn't know that was, he was like, yeah, that's her great aunt now. Yep. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but they have a big, nice house. They have a big, nice house in North Omaha. But what was I gonna say? Oh, as far as like her demeanor or her the way she act or whatever, I remember that same year when I seen her in the parade, I was with my youngest son's father. We were still dating. And one of my youngest son's father cousins had seen her on 24th Street and her family was sitting around. They had coolers and all that kind of stuff, enjoying the Omaha Day week. And he walked up to her and he was like totally like, when you see a celebrity, he was totally like starstruck. And he couldn't even say nothing. He reached down and a cooler said, would you like a beer? And he said yes. And she gave him the beer. And he said, I'm never opening this beer. It was so funny. He walked back. He said, I'm never opening this beer ever. I'm going to keep it in the fridge forever because it came from Gabrielle Union. I didn't hear negative stuff about her, and I didn't hear positive stuff, so I ain't trying to think she's all...
I'm trying to think who else is from here.
Well, Braxton is from Lincoln. I just looked him up.
Yeah, I was going to say that. He's from Lincoln.
Okay. But you know who else is from here? Well, besides Terrence Crawford.
Who is Terrence Crawford?
Boxer? The heavyweight boxer? I mean, not heavyweight, lightweight boxer.
The undefeated lightweight boxer.
I don't know boxers unless it's like
he's like
Mayweather or somebody.
He's very well known. But
no. Terrence is lightweight, but he bad. He beat everybody in his division and then moved up to welterweight.
Yeah.
Terrence.
So now he's whooping ass in welterweight.
Yep. Terrence Crawford.
Let me pull him up.
I can't hear you now, Tanya.
Terrence Crawford is world known.
I'm gonna have to log out. Hold on.
Okay, log out and come back in.
Who else was I gonna say? Oh, Jerome Benton. Jerome Benton and Terry Lewis from Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. They from Omaha.
Oh yeah.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
But let me log out because I can't hear y'all.
Okay. But yeah,
I didn't know Jimmy Jam and Terry was from there.
It's a lot of celebrities and athletes from Nebraska. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know a lot of players get picked up by teams in the Midwest. So
especially Creighton University.
I'm not familiar.
And UNL, University of Lincoln.
I don't think I know any. Y'all got HBCUs out there?
Nope. We just have the Cornhuskers. You heard of the Cornhuskers, right?
I know the Cornhuskers. Yeah.
Yep, that's UNL. That's University of Lincoln. That's the Cornhuskers.
Okay.
Yep. Then we have the Maverick. That's University of Omaha. That's the Mavericks. And then we have Creighton. That's the Blue Jays. A lot of basketball players come out of Creighton. Creighton, they basketball team is off the chain. And then our Lincoln, our UNL volleyball team. If you follow volleyball, you done seen our ladies like every year in the tournaments because
I'm not a sports person.
Yeah, our ladies in volleyball, they some beasts. They didn't won many tournaments.
Let me tell you, I don't watch any sports for real.
Mm-hmm.
I am a fan of Shaq. Period. Every team he done played for, that's who I was a fan of.
Mm-hmm.
So if y'all got an Omaha connection for me and Shaq, so I can meet Shaq. Cause honey, I've been trying for a long time. But I'm close because he in Atlanta now.
Okay. So. Carmel Diva says she needs the stream. I'm like, how the heck these? Hold up. I could have sworn she already had the link. How did she get on earlier?
Let's see. I can try.
I was wondering that too because people were jumping on the stream earlier, and I was like, I don't even remember dropping the link. I'm like, did I drop the link?
You did. Like on the first part, I remember you dropping the link.
See, girl, I'm telling you, today has probably been the longest day in a long time, and I have to get up early in the morning because I have cake orders tomorrow. Because I'm I don't know if you know, but I'm a professional personal cake decorator.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so I do have a YouTube channel and a Facebook page and an IG called Tanya's Delights Slice by Slice. I make cakes and all kind of desserts and all that jazz. But if you
subscribe to your other page too.
Yeah, and if anybody ever wants to check out my cake art, Tanya's Delights Slice by Slice on Facebook. I have hundreds and hundreds of pictures of my cake art on Facebook.
I'm back. You said, how did I get on?
Okay, I see you.
You see me on Tanya's Delights?
Yeah, I just subscribed.
Yep. And then I'm on Facebook. Like on the YouTube channel, it's videos of me making cakes. But on the Facebook page, on Tanya's Delights Slice by Slice, it's pictures of every single cake I ever made.
Oh, Lord. That one with them vanilla wafers look good.
She's gifted.
Thank you.
I should have came over there for that banana pudding.
Yeah, Carmel Diva, you supposed to come over and get some of that banana pudding I made on Father's Day.
I know.
So how did you get into baking? How did you get into that?
It's a very weird story. Well, not really weird, but I never baked before when I was younger. Not even a box cake. And my mother always did the baking for my brothers and I, like our birthdays and cousins, nieces, her nephew, her grandkids, all that. So then she passed away like 5 years ago. And after she passed away, one of my son's birthday was coming up, and I totally didn't even think about a cake. And so I had to order a cake at the last minute because I'm just so used to her making the cakes. And so I ordered a cake last minute. The kids didn't like the cake. Then I ordered another cake for my other son's, something had came around, his sweet 16 or something. So I ordered another cake. And the kids basically didn't touch that cake. I'm like, what's up with these store cakes? They don't like these store cakes. And I wasn't used to buying store cakes. I was used to my mom making all the desserts, banana pies, all that stuff. And so after that, I was like, you know what? all the nephews, nieces, everybody my mother used to make cakes for. I'm going to start making cakes. And my sons, you should have seen the expression on their face. When I told my youngest son was going to be 16 like the next year. And I said, by next year, I'm going to make you a cake and it's going to be off the chain and whoop, whoop, whoop. And he looking at me like, I know in his head, he like, this chick ain't never made a cake in her life. Not even a box cake. Not because I wasn't used to eating box cakes. I was used to eating mom's cake, you know. So she makes everything from scratch. And so I started practicing. I started watching YouTubers. I started reading books. I started just learning.
So you just made up your mind you're just gonna be a baker.
Yeah, because I didn't want, and it wasn't even that. I just wanted to make one for my kids. I didn't set out to be no person.
Oh, so initially it was just something you wanted to do for your family. Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to make them a cake instead of buying it from Walmart. So the very first cake I made for my son, it was actually both my sons was in sports. So it was a 2-tiered basketball cake. I asked him what flavors he wanted. He said he wanted lemon and he wanted red velvet. So I made like the first tier red velvet and the second tier was like lemon or something. And he said he wanted a picture of him from his basketball team. So I had his picture on it. And the top of the cake looked like a basketball rim. It had like, the basketball rim, the rope, and all that kind of stuff on there. And it took me forever. When I say it took me forever to make that cake, it took me forever to make that cake. But I made that cake and his friends came over and they ate the cake and his friends like, oh my God, your mom made this cake. And then after that, I just started making cakes for holidays. Like for my family, like if I went over to my house, I would bring a cake. Or for the holidays, I would make a cake. And then people would start like, oh, you should start making cakes for other people and you should do this and do that. I'm like, no, I ain't doing all that. Don't nobody want to eat my cakes. And then, something just hit me and I was
we do.
Let me just take a chance. I just wanted to see. And I swear, the day I announced on Facebook that I was going to start making cakes for people, I had like 8 orders that week.
Wow.
And it like went from there basically. But now I don't do it that much anymore because of the Rona. A lot of people are not, a lot of people are not having parties. Like for instance, graduation season. I would normally be cakes just be flying just out the out the door. But this graduation season, I had 1 order. I literally had 1 order because nobody was having parties.
Yeah.
Nobody was having. And
it went kind of like the same way with me. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm driving. It went the same way with me with cooking. Like I bake too, and it's ironic that hers name is Slice by Slice, and mine is Sislo's A Slice of Heaven. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
How cool is that?
Yeah,
it is crazy.
And it wasn't planned at all. We already had these established. And then the funny thing about it is, I bake and I do some cake decorating, but my main thing is cooking. I cater. So she does the baking and hers is slice by slice, and I do the cooking and mine is a slice of heaven. It's crazy. Yeah. But I basically got started because it's like I'm always cooking, and so people are always, you need to open a restaurant. You need to this. You need to do that. So I said, I'm just going. Well, do you cater? I said, well, I haven't, but I can. And my first job, I will not forget. My very first job was catering a family 4th of July party for my brother-in-law. And my first job was I never will forget, $640 for my first job.
Wow.
And after that, I was like, oh, I can do this, you know, and it was something that I love.
That was gonna be my next question. Do y'all still enjoy doing it after all these years?
Oh yeah.
I still enjoy.
So yeah.
Now I think about it too. I think I want a strawberry crunch cake.
That's what I gotta make tomorrow. And I gotta make another one next weekend for somebody else.
I think I want for the 4th. Yeah, I want one for the 4th.
Yeah, the strawberry crunch cakes are like the most requested ones. But here's a picture of the cake that I made for my son. And when he seen it, he was like, Mama, I can't believe you made that cake.
Oh, you did good.
Yeah, that was the cake I made. I told him a year before his 16th birthday, I said, I'm going to make you a cake for your birthday. And he said he wanted money on it. He wanted him shooting a basketball. He wanted. So
Cam, slow down. Slow down.
That's what I did. That's what I did. They got a picture of fake money on there.
So how do y'all get the pictures on there?
Oh, you gotta have an edible printer. An edible printer.
Oh, so you print it like you print paper?
Yep, but it's edible. You know, just like
it's rice paper, ain't it?
Just like you go to a grocery store and tell them you want a picture of your kid, or the same thing.
I never knew how they did it though.
Yep,
but it's rice paper.
It's edible. You know, it's not rice paper. It's not rice paper. It's frosting. It's actually frosting, but it's hard. It's hard frosting. They call it sugar sheets.
Mm-hmm.
And you basically find what picture you want, edit it, twerk it, whatever, you know, whatever picture you're trying to do. And then you feed the edible paper through the printer, and you got to have edible ink, and it's really expensive. But you got to have edible ink, and it prints off a picture.
So you learned all that on your own?
Yep.
Wow.
I mean, but not on my own. Like I said, I watch videos.
Well, you know what I mean? Like, you know.
Yeah, basically.
You did the research yourself.
Right.
Yeah, I bet you one of your favorite shows is Cake Boss, ain't it?
Not really. I don't even watch that show.
You don't watch Cake Boss?
I watched Cake Boss a couple of times, but it's like I don't watch it. And there used to be a show on YouTube. I mean, a show on Netflix about where people would go in and they would like, it was like a contest, and people would go in and they would like, whoever made the best cake. I don't know y'all might know what it's called, but it was on Netflix or something.
Cake Wars.
Something like Cake Wars or something like that. Something like that. Something like that. And people used to tell me, oh, you should sign up and do that. I'm like, nah, because if I don't win, I ain't trying to be on that show and be embarrassed.
And you know, it's funny. I don't cook. I mean, it's just me and my daughter. I'm divorced, so she don't eat, and I don't need to eat that much. So we don't. I don't do no real cooking and stuff. Mm-hmm. But we would sit down and watch cooking shows all day.
Now, trust me,
Miranda, we're in Omaha, Nebraska.
I love to watch like YouTubers doing.
Not all of us are in Omaha.
I never been there. You know why? Because it's kind of like, okay, the way I do cakes is kind of like the same way I do my TV show reviews. When I review TV shows and movies and stuff, like there's a lot of people out there who do reviews. I don't watch them because I want my stuff to be authentic,
right?
And I want it to be original and my personal thoughts. So it's the same thing when I do my cakes and my desserts. Like sometimes people will say, Tanya, just go with the flow, freestyle. And that's what I'm known for, freestyling. But some people will send me a picture and say, I want my cake to look like this. And I'll be like, okay, I'll make your cake look like this, but it's going to look like I made it. You know what I mean? So it's going to be that type of, I'm going to replicate it, not duplicate it. Because I don't like to duplicate nobody's work. I don't like to duplicate my work. No, for real.
Put your spin on it.
For real. And if you look on my Facebook page, if you look on my Facebook page, Tanya's Delight Slice, you can tell that I'm a freestyle cake artist. Because some of my stuff be like, boy, she sure decorate the shit out that cake. Like some people, I give them their cake and they be like, dang, I didn't know you was gonna do all that. I'm like,
right.
because I like decorating.
Yeah.
That chocolate cake is instant diabetes.
They'll pay.
Yeah, because I'm looking at this one with the honey pie on top of it. What was that for, a baby shower or something?
Oh, let me go to that one. I know what you're talking about. It's a honey pot. And it was okay. This what had happened. What had happened was the lady who ordered the cake, she ordered it for her daughter, and she wanted a Winnie the Pooh themed cake. But when she went to look for Winnie the Pooh themed stuff to go with the cake, she couldn't find any Winnie the, because I guess Winnie the Pooh is just one of those things that's, it was in the 80s and the 90s, and it's not in anymore like that in the.
It's not as popular, yeah.
Right, but the other show, the Bees, or the it was another show or cartoon called the Bees or something like that. Yeah, the Bee Movie. And so,
with Seinfeld.
Right. So she was like, there's a lot of Bee Movie stuff out there, but she still wanted like the Winnie the Pooh thing. And since we couldn't really find no Winnie the Pooh thing, I said, well, how about I make a honeycomb and just throw some bees around the cake, and it still kind of go with your theme. And she was like, okay. So that's what I did. I took some Rice Krispie treats and I made the honeycomb to go with. A lot of people's like, what you make that out of? Is that a cake inside of there? No, I hand molded that out of a whole bunch of Rice Krispie treats.
That was a smart idea.
Yeah, and because I wanted to make sure they already had enough cake. They had cakes, they had cupcakes, they had all that kind of stuff. So I figured I'd make it out of some Rice Krispies treats. So I'm gonna just show the screen to that so people can see what we're talking about. But yeah.
Yeah,
and that's the one. On it, and like Winnie the Pooh, it was honey was always spelled HUNNY. Winnie the Pooh. So
that was my baby shower theme when I had my son, Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, so that's the cake I made for the Winnie the Pooh.
Well, on these ones with these Legos on top, what you make the Legos out of for the cupcake?
That's made out of fondant.
Okay.
Yep, that's made out of fondant.
Cause they like real Legos.
I know. They are made out. They do look like real Legos, but they're made out of fondant. And what I did was I ordered. I have a whole bunch of different molds. I have a whole bunch of different molds. So I had ordered some molds that look like Legos, and I use fondant, and voila! And the person told me, they said they wanted a Lego thing because that's when the Lego movie was in.
Well, people still go out and see them.
Right. And here it is. The Lego movie was in, and they wanted Lego theme for their party. And so I just do, one of my hashtags is I bake for you. That's one of my hashtags. So whatever people ask for, I just figure out.
I like this Patron cake. That's my drink.
But yeah, did you see the Cookie Monster cake I made?
I saw that one.
Yep. Now the Cookie Monster cake, it was a Cookie Monster theme, and a friend of mine told me they had a Cookie Monster theme and they wanted a Cookie Monster cake, so I made that Cookie Monster cake.
You are very creative. I'm looking at all of the ones that you had on your Facebook page.
Yeah, thank you so much. I was trying to go to the that one with the what did you say it was? The
Legos. Lego cupcakes.
That's what I'm trying to find, that one. But I done made so many cakes for so many different people.
I see. Oh, this LOL is cute too.
Oh yeah, that was actually the LOL. Who was that for? Oh, I think that was for my first lady in my church. It was for her daughter.
Okay.
And see, like this one right here, I'm gonna show you this one right here real quick because this one right here, a lady had approached me. I don't know her. She don't know me, but she had approached me because she heard about me, and she said if she sends me a little drawing, can I make a cake?
Mm-hmm.
This is what she sent me. And the person who the cake was for was her daughter, and her daughter is an artist.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what she sent me. She wanted strawberry on the top, chocolate, yellow, sprinkles, all this kind of stuff. And I'm looking at this like, okay. But then when I actually asked her, because I always ask people, how many servings do you need? She didn't need enough servings for a 3-tier cake. She needed enough servings for a 2-tier cake. So what I did was I made this. This is the back. That's the front.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's the back of the cake. And this is the front of the cake. And that's from that sketch that she gave me.
Now, what is that? What is the yellow thing with the blue on the tip?
This right here?
Yeah, what's that?
That's a paintbrush.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's a paintbrush.
I was like, because she's an artist. Okay.
Yeah, it got like the brown part right here. And then it has and then it got some baby bottles, like some paint splashes. It got
crayons.
Yep. It got an easel on the top, a binky. They wanted baby P across the bottom in big letters. So I got baby P. Then this is the easel and the kind of art palette with different colors of paint.
Yeah.
And a little paint can, and it looks like paint coming out of the paint can onto the side of the cake. So that's what I got from this.
So I know she had to love that.
They was excited. They was like, oh my God. Like I really saw her vision, even though because the mother isn't an artist. And it was a surprise for her daughter who was having a baby. So
the daughter didn't even know this is what she was doing.
The daughter didn't even know. And the mother,
I know she did.
She just was like, she just put something together on paper and pencil and inboxed it to me and said, can you create something with an artistic painter? And I was like, oh my God. It took me about a week to think about it. And I was like, okay, I see what I'm going to do. But yeah, that first sketch, I was like, what the heck? What? But yeah, thank you, Miss Gen Xer. You said very creative. Thank you. Miranda, you said it's impossible to ship. I never shipped cakes before, only because, and I was going to, one of my little younger cousins, I was going to start doing some runs with her, some practice runs. We haven't done it yet because of the Rona and, just things been going on. But I was going to use her as a guinea pig because the thing about me is I'm so sensitive about my work.
All right, Erykah Badu.
I would hate for it to arrive. I would just hate for it to arrive and
not the way you prepared it.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't even let my mouth start watering when you said Omaha, because I'm like, I won't be getting one of them.
I didn't have people drive from Lincoln. I didn't have people drive from like cities like on the outskirts of our town. I didn't have people drive like, some ways to get some desserts from me.
Yeah.
But no, I have yet to start shipping and mailing things because I'm like, man, I want to send my stuff and then the cake be all.
Yeah, it's kind of hard with food because what would you have to freeze it?
Yeah, I would definitely have to freeze it. Definitely have to freeze it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely have to freeze it and then hope that it arrives,
the way you put it in the box.
Yeah. So I've never done that before. But,
yeah, I don't know if I want to do that either.
Yeah, you know, I don't know. But yeah. But anywho, guys, it is almost 12:19 a.m.
I know. You know what? Since I done got on here with y'all, I ain't did no more work.
And you know what? The thing about our Friday Night Lives, we try our best not to be on here forever, but it never fails. We just get on here and we be talking and
having a good time.
We just get carried away and talking, and everybody just be enjoying themselves, discussing.
Well, I enjoyed hanging out with you ladies tonight. This is my first time actually really getting on a live stream.
Thank you. Now, do you have a channel?
Yeah,
I do, but I'm not in. I do financial education.
Oh, okay. Well, still, if you do financial education or anything, feel free to drop your link in the chat.
Okay.
That's the thing I do. I like to support other YouTubers. So it's not random. I always ask people if they're a YouTuber, put the link in the chat so other people can know you are a YouTuber.
Yeah, I've been on here for a while, but I hadn't really, kept up with my page. You know how you just get one and you don't really be on it. So it's just been within the last year since
I get it.
I
get
it. Can you educate my finances? They
we just
they dumb as egg right now.
One of my partners and I we started this live segment that we do every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. And our guest last night was talking about investments, and it was a really good some really good information.
A lot of people might find your channel very, very useful. I know I would.
I'm trying to do better about being consistent with it. Before I wasn't really consistent.
Yeah, I'm trying to buy me a house. I'm trying to pay off some debts, and I want to buy me a house. But the thing about it is, I keep telling people, am I too old to buy a house? I mean, I'm in my 40s, and I know I just don't try to buy a house. And then I look at it as if like a lot of our lifespan ain't that long. So is it really beneficial to buy a house once you hit 40s and 50s?
I'm with you on that because I'm in an apartment. Yeah. And it's funny because on the show we did last night, I was telling the guy, my thing is I had commitment issues. And the thought of being tied to a mortgage for 30 years.
Right. That's what I'm saying. 40s almost approaching 50 in some years.
Right.
I want to get a 30-year loan. Like, am I going to be here at 80? Like,
people try to make you feel bad about not having a house. I'm like, It's not everybody's American dream, though.
Exactly. And it's really not my dream per se. If I could find a nice house to rent that I really love, I rent that bitch. But where I am now, I'm here until my son moves out. One son already gone. The last son is in the house, still in college. But I told them once they both out of here, I'm going to find something more suitable to me.
Right.
But I don't really want to buy and end up in a 30-year mortgage and I'm in my 40s. I just look at it like, even if it has some kind of value, like some type of equity.
Yeah.
What's most people don't even live nowadays to be 80 and 90 years old.
Well, my thing is my parents are getting older and I got to figure out what I'm going to do with that place.
Hey, Food Junkie, thanks for tuning in, man. Food Junkie, you boy. This is part 2 of the shows we did tonight. I would definitely recommend you watch part 1, which was at 7:00 p.m. today. It was an exclusive interview. And then this is part 2. Even though the interview being over, we just been talking about other things since then. But man, we had a good interview on some exclusive stuff that's going on in our community. Yeah, it was wild. It was wild. I did not expect this live right here to be a part 2 of the other live. I just thought that was done and over with. We interviewed that lady. I did not expect that the people on the opposing side was going to jump on my live. and be like, hold up, we want a rebuttal. I was like, what? who that? Who that? Shoot, Harpo, who that?
It was kind of cool though, the way it went down.
It was just unexpected, and I'm like, that's why I hit the person up that I interviewed the first time. I said, "Oh my God, the people that y'all making accusations against, they just popped up in my live and want to speak." I'm like, so here's if you want to come back in the show or something and speak. I didn't know what to do. I was just like, I'm just gonna listen to him. I'm gonna listen.
You did a very good job, though.
Yeah,
you really did, and you asked all the right questions. You kept an even keel. You didn't.
I was be like,
biased. You weren't biased.
Yeah.
You didn't appear to be or any of that, and you asked questions that we all were kind of thinking. So you did a very good job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and actually, I think they also, the opposing side actually did a pretty good job keeping calm and not get, out of hand.
Yeah, because it could have got ugly.
And that's what I was afraid of. I was afraid of the opposing side coming in here, because when they said they wanted to get on the stream, I'm thinking they're going to come in here cussing and going off and...
Right.
I wasn't trying to have all that, but they came in here calm.
They were very respectful.
And that's why I did what I did. I allowed them to speak, and I stayed respectful, and I tried to stay biased as much as I could.
You did good.
Thank you. Because I never been in that situation before, so it was like...
I'm proud to call you my sister.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Hey, Miss Gina. Hey, y'all coming in all late. We've been on here since 7 o'clock. Well, we did two shows. But yeah, the 7 o'clock show was lit and this show was lit. So I definitely would suggest for y'all who just coming in to watch that 7 o'clock interview first.
Probably you're gonna need it to understand.
You're gonna need to watch the 7 o'clock interview first to understand what happened at the beginning of this show. So and it's late. So tomorrow, Saturday, while y'all sitting around, needing some entertainment, just watch both videos. She said, all right.
All right.
Thank you, Miss Gina. She said, I'm so proud of y'all. Oh, yeah. Matter of fact, for y'all who don't know, we made the news this week.
I saw that from Deanna's page.
Yes, we broke a big story this week on a Black employee who found a noose at his job. They found out who did it. They fired that person. And now the person who had the noose on his seat by the white guy, they got lawyers and they looking into hate crime charges and woo woo woo. But we broke the story first, and I swear by the next morning, every news station had emailed me around noon the next day. Channel 3 was knocking at my door. Me and my son looking outside like, who that? I'm like, who is that? I'm like, who these people with them cameras? What we done done? And so the only reason why I knew they was a news station, because news crews these days, at least here, they ride around in plain trucks. They don't even have a news station on the only reason why I knew it was a news station, because one of the guys, the camera crew guy, I'll be seeing him on other scenes. And when we was covering the murder case, out of town for a little ways out of Omaha, when we was covering the Joshua Keto case and the Tyler Ty Thomas murder case, he was there every single day, this heavyset white dude. So I was like, oh, that's Channel 3. So anyway, I actually gave permission for one of the news stations, because everybody wants to use a clip of our show from our YouTube video. And so I gave permission to Channel 6 to use a few seconds, but they had to say my name. They had to say we got it from the Hood Table. And you know what I'm saying? It was like, we worked about something, and so we was on the news, and everybody was like, "Tanya, say on the news." But it was nice. It was nice.
The hood table, hood famous.
Yeah. Deanna said you got the news. But yeah, it was totally unexpected. And then another thing I want to say before we get off here, we finally got approved to have our membership. So we gonna have our membership is in review right now. I already selected the perks and I selected the prices, and it's in review by now by YouTube, by Google. So hopefully within the next few days, next time you come on our live or to my YouTube channel, it's gonna have a join membership button where you can join. And it's 3 levels. It's a $1.99 level, it's a $4.99 level, and it's a $14.99 level. The $14.99 level, you get we
get some cake.
We get free. It'll be free giveaways throughout the month for those members. It could be a Cash App. It could be a gift in the mail. It could be a Visa, MasterCard. It could be anything, and also discounts on merchandise because we're about to start selling merch. I got somebody working on merch right now, so discounts on merchandise, and also personal Q&A sessions with your girl. So you get a lot of perks with the $14.99. But even the people, if you do the $1.99, which is just basically, I support your channel, I'm going to give you $1.99 a month.
Look, for $14.99, I want some cake.
Man, you know what? You want to be
member
here. I used to do that all the time. When I first got started, I would have free cake giveaways every single month. But it's just a wholly another thing to mail something through the mail. But it's for the people who would win stuff. When I first started, I would send them gift cards, like Visa gift cards. Then the people who were local, I would make them a cake. So it was, I just try to do something different, just.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. So looking forward to that. Thank you, Deanna. She said congratulations. And thank you, Deanna, for all your support. I'll be hitting her up whenever I'm confused about something, especially when it has something to do with YouTube or setting something up. She always be willing to answer me and talk to me and respond to me and stuff. So, yeah, I do appreciate that, Deanna. I really do.
Yeah, I got to get Deanna on my channel so we can interview her about her business savvy.
Yes, girl. You know what? I'm telling you, I told Deanna, I said, get me a trailer. People talking about them trailers down there in Mississippi. Do you know some people's trailers look better than some people's homes?
Yes. Yes.
So,
I'm good with it.
Still, some people's trailers look better than some people's homes.
I ain't never turned my nose up at a trailer. I started out in one.
No, she has her husband have a beautiful house. They got properties. They got a beautiful home, and now they got putting trailers on their property and rent them out. Shoot, I'm like I told Deanna, her and her husband, they gonna be a power couple. They keep on buying all that property down there and all that land. How many people got a half an acre of land?
Right.
I mean, come on.
My thing is, people be laughing about stuff, but she got the last laugh though.
Thank you. I'm proud of her. I told her before, I'm proud of her and her husband. Anytime people does anything, buy homes, buy a car, get a new job, I'm not the hater chick. I'm not the hater.
Me either.
I'm gonna congratulate you,
especially for our people.
Thank you. I love it. And Miss Gina got the t-shirts. Man, I'm telling you, Miss Gina already had the other YouTubers drop links in here before you came, so feel free to drop your link to your channel. But Miss Gina, she about to start a web series on YouTubers, and I already told her I want to be like the neutral chick. I want to be like that chick on Living Color that be out the window, the Wayans sister. But you ain't heard it from
right.
That's what
you ain't heard it from me.
Miss Bonita Betrayal, ain't that her name?
Bonita. I like you ain't heard for real. But yeah, Miss Gina, She do all kinds of stuff. She be making t-shirts for other YouTubers. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all check out everybody who puts their link in my chat. So yeah.
Well, I'm looking. I'm about to launch a line of hand sanitizer stuff.
Oh shit!
So once I get that going, if y'all have any hand sanitizer needs, hook you up.
Yes, baby. Yes, baby. It's all about support. That's one thing that people know me for. That's how the hood table got started, was to support our community. But it's all my logo, not my logo, but my thing has always been from the hood to the White House.
Okay.
We about everything in the hood, all the way to the White House and abroad. When it comes to issues, when it comes to topics, when it comes to community activists, you know, things going on in the community. So that's always been my platform, from the hood to the White House. We discuss any and everything, but we definitely support each other. And that's why a lot of times when I do my lives, when I have YouTubers in the chat, I allow them to drop their links to their channels. I have no problem. I know a lot of YouTubers don't like that, but it was always somebody who supported me when I only had 1 subscriber, 2 subscribers, 10 subscribers. So,
yeah. I feel like that too. It's all about supporting each other.
Yes, I don't mind. You know, drop the link in my chat. But hey, tomorrow. You said what, Miss Cisco?
I got 22 subscribers.
Girl, we know. See, we need to start doing some more shows. Miss Cisco.
I got a few more.
Drop your link in the chat too, Miss Pizarro. You a YouTuber, so drop your link in the chat as well. All the YouTubers in the chat, drop your links in the chat so people can subscribe to your channels. But yeah, it is what it is. You know, YouTube can be really hard. It can be really hard, or it can be really easy. But I always feel, even in our personal life or whether we on YouTube, you have to give support to receive support.
Right.
You want people to support your channel, your platform, your business. You have to also support others. So that's a real big thing for me. It always has been. And people who've been following me all the way from my other YouTube channel, because I got 3 YouTube channels. So people who've been following me across the board, they know I've always been like that. I've always been like that. So yeah. But okay, everybody, drop them links because I'm about to wrap this up. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning, and I got to get up early in the morning and start baking cakes for people. But everybody who tuned in tonight, I appreciate everybody who tuned in. Make sure you hit.
I'm driving, so I can't drop my link. But
okay, I'll drop your link. Everybody who tuned in tonight, make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe to the Hood Table. Other YouTubers drop their links in the chat while we've been live tonight. So feel free to subscribe to other YouTubers as well in the chat. And also, Miss Cislo, I'm about to drop your link right now. Since you out driving, I'm gonna drop your link. Miss Cisco, I'm telling y'all, she's a good YouTuber too, especially if you want that Nature Boy tea.
Yeah, I gotta check out the Nature Boy stuff.
Yes, that Nature Boy tea. I'm dropping Miss Cislo's link right now. Nature Boy tea, Miss Cislo, you're gonna have to do some live so we can jump in and get that Nature Boy update from you. But yeah, Thank you, Deanna. Thank you, Miss Gina, and everybody else who came in recently within the live. Y'all know y'all should be in bed. But it is the weekend. Turn up. Shoot. Turn up.
Turn down for what?
Turn down for what? Hey, no. Okay. Y'all don't get me started, y'all. Don't get me started, y'all. But anyway, again, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks everybody who tuning in tonight. Remember, there's a part 1 of this debacle. I don't even know what to call it, but there's a part 1 tonight, the 7 o'clock interview, exclusive interview at 7 o'clock. That was part 1, and then this video was basically, I might as well say, part 2. You got to watch both videos. That's all I gotta say. the people who's coming in late, you got to watch both videos to know exactly what was going on. But like, share, and subscribe. Our membership join button will be hitting the YouTube soon. So anybody who, you know, if God places in your heart to subscribe and be a member to our membership channel, please do. Thank you. We so appreciate it. And everybody, on that note, stay blessed, stay safe, be vigilant, stay healthy, and we out.
Good night, y'all.
Good night. Deuces.
Leaves.